First and foremost, he likes to say Barakatah,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Ba'ashem,
Ba'ashem,
Yahweh
Yahushai,
Shai, Ba'ashem,
Ba'ashem,
Rukakadash.
Rukakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone that
Double
rule
honors.
well.
God.
Salutations to the sincere Aki. I'm pushing this truth with all due diligence and sincerity. Like we were saying on the way down here, the time of Jacob's trouble is nigh at hand. You have it to where there's mild uprisings of the people, but they're going to continue to intensify. Like over here in the UK, for example, you had Suella Brotherman recently, and she's an Elamite, but she appeases to her Edomite masters. She went over to a university trying to figure out why essentially they're protesting against the small hats by refusing to take part in their lectures. They're going out to their universities and they're staying outdoors rather than actually partaking in lectures, refusing to pay their student finance, all the rest of it. But that's because ultimately everyone can see through the smoke screen that Esau Edom has put up for the longest about these small hats being the beacon of light in society, as it were. So I want to start off real quick with Second Ezra, the 15th chapter, verse 14.
I'll read it.
Alright, go on, bro. Because yeah, man.
15,
Yeah, Second Ezra 15, 14. Because you got it to where people are starting to see and wake up to the fact that Esau Edom is the mirage master, and he's got people believing, had people believing for the longest that he was innocent, man. When it came to whether it's Saddam Hussein and the weapons of mass destruction, Gaddafi, and talking about how he was cannibalizing his people when he was just trying to establish a gold, Africa so-called, as even though it's not the promised land, as the pretty much the future economy. But they went in there with their devilish antics, claiming they were terrorists overseas when they were in fact the real devils, man. And people are rising up against that. Go on, bro.
Yep. This is Second Ezra 15 and 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh.
Yeah.
And one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands.
And that goes into a lot of different levels of conflict. Of course, you're going to have racial tensions. You're also going to have class tensions. You're going to have tensions between people on the basis of quote unquote religion. Like right now, the small hats right now are under a lot of pressure, man. In their societies that were across London, Golders Green and the like, they've got increased security presence in front of their homes. They're supposed to be the people of the Lord, where the people of peace. Why is it that ultimately the whole earth is on the brink of World War III because of them? Because like John 10 and 10 describes them, and they are the thief that cometh not but for still to kill and to destroy. And not only are they Edomites, they're the chief of the Edomites as well, man.
Yeah, Amalek says in Numbers 24, they were the first of the nations, but their latter end is that they're going to be destroyed, man.
That's right.
And they're going to be the most despised upon the face of the earth. All Esau, all Edomites anyway, but they're the top tribe out of that whole nation, man. The Dukes of Edom,
Yeah.
the Dukes of Hazard,
Yeah.
devils, man. You know what I'm saying?
Real shit.
Causing all the mayhem on the earth. It's them that's stirring up the shit that's going on the earth right now with BB, all this shit that's going on over the Gaza Strip and all that. It's all because of these small hats, man.
Yeah.
These Amalekites, man. He's running from their nationality.
Yeah.
You know, because he's saying that he's bringing the drama because of the Amalekites, but they go back to the Amalekites.
Yeah.
You are the Amalekites, man. You're Edomites, man.
Yeah.
You're not so-called white people. You're not benevolent. You're not righteous. You're the wicked, the seed of the devil.
That's it. It's like, and just to back you on that once again, where was Vocal saying actually BB, the Edomites have been done away with. They can't be Amalek.
Yeah, exactly. Where's the rebuttal on that? There is no rebuttal because these devils are running from their identity, man. It's called stolen identity. You know, they suffer for something called identity theft, and they've been doing that for centuries, man. This ain't the first time that these devils been stealing other people's identity. They've been doing it since the Greek Empire, man.
Yeah, they're everyone in history.
Everyone in history, they've stolen their identity and claimed it for themselves. Even going back to the Khazarian Empire, it was known back then when it was in the caves of South Georgia, Russia, that they will steal their enemy's identity and their resources, man, and claim their identity for themselves. Because they have no fucking identity. You're a bunch of cave monkeys, man. You dwelt in the clefts of the rocks in South Georgia, Russia. Before that, you was in the land of Edom, in Mount Seir, what you call Mount Petra today, one of the 7 wonders of the world. But you're the red devil. You're the red serpentine devil of the earth, man. What quantifies that? What did King Charles do this week? What did he reveal this week? That fucking painting of him covered in fucking blood, with all kind of demonology pictures and pictorials in the background. Because obviously we know that was that was like a
message.
Yeah, that was a message for the Masonic parties and all that. That was inside job and all that. You know, that was for the initiated. to know what time it is, what time they're coming into now, the New World Order,
Yeah.
where they want to shed lot of blood.
Yeah.
That's why they got all the he got demons in the back of his pictorial, and it's all covered in blood. It's all
Yeah.
covered in red. Why? Because they're the red people of the earth.
Exactly.
They go back to the seed of Edom, Adawam in the Hebrew, which means red.
Yeah.
So that quantifies that Esau. They know that they go back to Esau, Edom. They know that they're not so-called white people, man. You know, they got all Baphomet in the picture and all that. When you mirror it and all that, it's all Baphomet.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
brothers has done the thing like other people investigate and said, yeah, it's got Baphomet in it. When you mirror the images,
Yeah.
the
That was
artists,
dark,
whoever
man.
drew that thing knew what they was doing.
Yeah, they were initiated. The
Yeah,
artist was
It was
initiated.
an initiation thing. Was like for the initiated, the Masons and whatever.
Yeah.
To let them know what time it is, guys.
It was even just looking at it, you're just like, you know,
demonic
you're
as
like,
fuck.
yo, what's going on? And
Yeah.
and the Kings of Jade, we never painted or adorned ourselves like that.
Never.
When we were kings up in England, because where we was kings.
Yeah.
Royal
As-
apparel,
yeah,
Land of
as-
the angel. Yeah.
Yeah.
royal
you know.
apparel, look regal.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Look, righteous, basically, like holy people, kind of like, you know?
Yeah.
Because we are the holy people. We're supposed to be arrayed in white, like, you know,
Mhm.
the children of the light. So that's how we used to paint ourselves in those pictures. Esau's the total opposite of that.
Yeah.
He just painted himself like a straight up. He looked like, basically, if hell did exist, he looked like basically he was Satan
Like,
in the midst of hell.
Yeah, real
Yeah.
shit. Real shit.
That's how he painted it, like to say he's in the midst of hell, and he largely desires hell as well. Even though hell is not an actual place that exists,
Mm.
but Esau enlarges his desires hell, meaning he wants to push death everywhere he goes, man. Go ahead, Art.
So book of Revelation 6:4.
Mm.
And there went out another horse that
Exactly.
was led,
Mhm.
and the power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace
Mhm.
from the earth, and that they should kill one another. And there was given unto him a great sword.
Yeah, that's Esau Edom, man. Why else would he paint himself in a red apparel and then show himself with all that demonic energy, you know, if that's not him? Either like that's a symbol of him being a red horse in Revelation 6.
Yep.
And he was made to take peace from the earth, man. There's nothing peaceable about that picture, man. That looked like the straight war and bloodshed, man.
Mhm.
You know, that just looked like they were showing their true colors, man. And his true color is red. You know, it's not white, man. As I said, there's nothing benevolent or righteous about this devil. He is the devil incarnated, man. Spiritual demon Satan, the spawn of the spiritual demon Satan on the earth, man.
Yeah, physical.
And he's about to show that, man. You see what's going on over there in America now? They're saying this
Yep.
H15N11, whatever one, you know, it's spreading over there in the different states. Now they're saying there's going to be new lockdown procedures, man.
In Devon as well, they're talking about people pretty much having to almost look into recycling their waste because it's healthier than drinking the water that's out there.
Oh yeah, the poisonous water. Yeah, they're
Yeah.
saying that if you drink that tap water, you have the shitters for like 3 weeks, man.
Yeah.
You'll have fucking diarrhea and all that vomiting for like 3 weeks before that shit leaves your body, basically.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
how poisonous the shit is out here.
That's
But that
right.
just shows you we're living in the
Hell.
midst of the destroyed society, man.
Yeah.
And Esau Edom has mismanaged the earth because he's poisoning the water that we drink, he's poisoning the air that we have to breathe, the food that we have to eat, all fucking GMOs, genetically modified organisms. You know, he's the devil, man. The devil doesn't want to take care of people and take care of the earth. He's not the caretaker of the earth. He's the destroyer of the earth. The scripture calls them the destroyers of the earth. Someone get that real quick. So Jeremiah 50 and 20,
15, 20,
51 and 22, something like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then you get Revelation 17 and 16 real quick. He's the destroyer of the earth. He's not the caretaker of the earth. That's why the scripture says in Isaiah 24, the earth is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, man.
Mhm.
That's why there's polluted waters that people have to drink over there in Devon. They're telling them you can't drink tap water no more. You gotta just drink bottled water. Even the bottled water is not safe
Yeah,
because you're drinking out of that plastic bottle.
Yep.
That's got all kinds of fucking chemicals that,
BPA gonna.
you know, that goes into your body, man. So nothing's safe in this. The only reason why we're still breathing is Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, man, having mercy, man. The Lord said you will drink poison and still live in these last days. Because he knew what time we were going to be in. That's why he made Ezekiel eat that dung, man, as an example of the shit that we'll have to eat and drink in these last days, man. The hell that we have to go through to survive
And it's
under
even,
this damn devil, man.
it's even the thing of like nowadays food has no strength. So everyone's always sick, always having to like be in the hospital.
Bro,
That's
Go
so that's why they like men don't have testosterone or anything anymore. You know, it's
Bro,
hell
the
out
amount
here,
of
man.
supplements man have to take every day
Yeah.
just to feel like normal,
Yeah.
half normal, man.
Yeah,
Every
yeah,
day, man, have to take supplements. And supplements are supposed to last a couple of
Exactly,
days at least, man.
exactly.
Your vitamin D's and all that. You take one supplement one day, you wake up next day, you still got a headache.
Mhm.
Well, what's the whole point? That means there's no nutrients in the damn
Huge, yeah.
medicines that we're getting either then, man.
Yeah.
Esau is just He's the harbinger of death. In the Planet of the Apes, they said he was the harbinger of death for a reason, man. Because that's what he pushes, man. That's what he incorporates, man.
Mhm.
Shun him, man.
That's it.
Shun him back to the mountains, man.
That's right.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, Jeremiah 51 and from 22, we'll
Yeah,
be
yeah.
breaking pieces. Right.
No, Jeremiah 50. Is it 50 and 22?
50, what does it say?
You destroyest the earth. Thou destroyest the earth. The destroying mountain.
Let me just two quick ones, real quick. And
Go ahead.
1 second. This is the book of Habakkuk, the second chapter,
See it?
verse
Oh,
4.
25.
Behold, his
Go ahead.
soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith.
Yeah.
Because like even the thinking patterns of an Edomite are completely off. Like to the fact that they will do things which is just like unexplainable. Like for example, even on the way here, I shared that video. You had a straight up German politician paid
Oh,
millions of
yeah.
euros a year, bro, and he's in the toilet and makes the mental decision to decide to just lick the bowl, the toilet bowl. Like that's the kind of mentality that Edomites got. Like they would just do stupid shit,
Foul
shit for no reason.
That shows you that there was the cavemen.
Yeah.
There was the cave monkeys in the damn mountains doing all kinds of the debauchery and all that madness as well. Licking, you know, doing all kinds of nastiness, man. I don't even want to describe. You know, Esau's sick, man.
Yeah.
And these guys they own the earth right now. These devils run the world, man. They own big organizations, companies, corporations. They run the fucking world, man.
Hey.
The Lord gave this power into this devil's hand.
It's like I was just gonna say, they give you reviews.
Yeah,
They'll be your managers.
Yeah.
Right. These times they do all it, and we're not happy with your performance. We think that you're not really thinking straight in the right, and you're in the back of your mind. You're like, you don't even
fucking blame on you, capital F word, man. You're straight up F word, man. But he's trying to tell you how to be a man.
That's
and he's
it.
a straight flamer bending over, man.
Oh man.
Taking up the, you know, getting pegged by Becky and all that, man.
Yeah.
He's trying to tell you in the office how to be a man.
He's hella into that, man. Like, because that's the when you look into like escorting and stuff, that's like the top level of it, where it's like dominatrix and all of that
BDSM
sort of stuff.
And it's always them top execs,
exactly.
and they pay for other women to step on their chest and all that. And pee on them. Sick guys.
No, you know why this is mad?
She's laughing because she knows it's true, bro.
No, you know why it's mad, bro? Because you know that you come across like nowadays as well. Whoredom is lifted up, is promoted highly. Everyone's got a podcast nowadays. I came across this thing on like a media stream once, and this whore from the OnlyFans was talking about how she met the top exec of like some top social media company, and then the guy basically had a thing where he wanted her to lock him in a room and step on his penis with heels on and shit, and
whip them and
like
all that,
whip him, all kinds of BDSM, like you were saying, bro. This is the
because he thought what Diddy did to Cassie was bad. You know, Diddy running in the damn hallway
with the towel
and looking like fucking one of them old school wrestlers with a towel and all that. You know, but that's nothing compared to what Esau does behind closed doors. He was just tapping her in the head, telling her to get back in the fucking room, man. Even though he violated, he went a bit too far, obviously, because he was, you know, Diddy and all that, the diddler. But Esau does far much worse, man.
Like fight on the jar as well.
Yeah, guy, exactly.
Yeah, the bike fight on the jar. Pay a lot of money as well.
Yeah, they do that shit. Man. Oh, you got another one these Edomites do, right? Where like they call it findom, right? Where basically
financial dominance.
Yeah. There'll be like let's say there's the girl will call him and just like talk shit to him, and then we'll be like, now I want you to pay me £10,000. You've been and don't pay it.
Yeah.
I'm just like blood clot.
Top execs, man. They get caught out there. Even the other day, this guy, what's his name? Vitaly, whatever his name is.
Vitaly.
That guy that goes around catching predators and all that.
Okay.
He's a YouTuber influencer. His name's Vitaly anyway. But the other day, he ran into basically one of them Hollywood execs, innit? And he didn't know, innit? It was some old 70-year-old. But he was with a 15-year-old girl, blood. And he caught him on camera. He's like, what are you doing with this 15-year-old girl? Oh, he said, I'm coming to eat pizza with her and all that. Chatting shit, bro. Then they follow them. They, you know, got the smoke thing. You know the smoke canisters? With all the funny colours and they burst out on his back and all that. Like. And then he tried to run into some building and all that. Then he come to find out he was a multi-millionaire in Hollywood, innit? He was in Cali when he caught him. So that's a normal thing in Cali. You got old devils, old age pensioners, being predators, look, you know, chasing after little girls. and having their way with them. And then girls,
Yeah.
you know what? You wonder why all these children disappear, man,
Yeah,
off the face of the earth. Where do you think they've gone? They've gone into them fucking lower dungeons, man. Them tunnels that them Amalekites been building,
yeah,
man.
yeah, yeah. And
Mm.
everyone forgot about that.
Yeah, everyone's forgot about them tunnels that them Amalekites were building all of a sudden.
Yeah, which goes to show you Esau's the one in control of the news, man. He's in control of the narrative, right? Because had that, which F some Muslims, but had that been some Muslims, that would have been breaking news.
If that was
Bro,
Jake, they would have had that on
yeah.
there
Bro.
for the next whole year, man.
Yeah,
Jake building tunnels.
Bro.
These guys are demons and all that. Need to
Yeah.
put them in jail.
bro.
There was-
100%. Let it have been some Muslims. You'd have
Yeah.
seen Tony
Yeah,
Blair
that
make a
would've been-
return.
Yeah,
Yes,
terrorist
the
attack.
terrorist attack.
They're
Ah,
saying that they got tunnels
yeah.
with bunkers under
Yeah,
there, with
the-
bombs and all that.
The terror
Hamas,
alert
Hamas,
is
all
raised
that,
to the
Hamas.
highest possible.
But that's what they said with Gaza. They said they got tunnels underneath the hospitals, and that's why they was bombing them to blitz, man.
Yeah.
Bombing the shit out of innocent people because they said they got tunnels. But you devils got the tunnels, man.
That's
You
it.
devils own the catacombs, man.
Through.
Fuck you talking about, man? And you hiding all them damn. You got bones under them
Yeah.
tunnels, man, of dead babies and children, man.
Yeah, there was a mattress with stained blood and a
Oh.
high chair,
Wow.
and then everyone's forgotten about
Under
it,
the
man.
synagogue, bro.
Mhm.
The synagogue's
man.
supposed to be a holy place, right? That's
Yeah.
why the Lord said that the synagogue is a
Sinner of Satan.
synagogue of Satan,
Yeah.
exactly. And that's where the fake JOs reside, man.
Yeah.
Them devils, man. That's why I want to come up with these anti-Semitic this, because you're getting caught out there, man.
Yeah.
You don't want to be held accountable
Held
for your
account-
wicked
that's it.
crimes, man.
Yeah. Even to the point earlier, Suella Braverman went to interview this teenager,
Yeah.
and she was talking about like, yeah, October the 7th. Why do you think, like, why are you in solitude with Palestine despite October the 7th? And then she got schooled. Literally, this teenager was like, listen, there's been over 76 plus years of Israel just obliterating the Palestinians, and you want to come and talk about some fucking October the 7th,
one little event
One event.
which is
yeah.
a fucking
that
false
you
flag.
devils
Oh,
conspired
yeah.
to do.
And that's it, because the information came out. The majority of them people killed by the Israeli military, and that's
Yeah,
not a
the IDF.
conspiracy. That is fact.
Facts, man.
That's because the kind of fire that those basically the kind of fire from the charred remains of the cars and stuff, of which they destroyed the evidence. And when was the last time they did that?
Yeah.
Right here, like for instance, 9/11 as well. Right here is the worst crime supposedly ever committed in America, and then they just take all of the things away, right? Because they're hiding information. Basically, it was the charring was basically not from weaponry that Gaza could have possessed, right? Them Gazans could have
Man, it's
possessed,
military weapons, man.
you know. And then also it's a thing of people, IDF, ex-IDF soldiers was like, bro, a bird can't get into near that wall without anyone realizing, right? Yep, and it's like just one more, right?
Yeah.
How did we know? How did the West know Russia was about to invade Ukraine, right? Because Russia started moving military hardware onto the border. So you're telling me that those Gazarians, right, basically moved all of those weapons right near the border with of the Gaza Strip,
Yeah.
and no one noticed.
Yeah.
Here it is. Gaza's not a big space to monitor.
Yeah, man. It's a police zone anyway.
Yeah.
It's been policed for how many years now, man? That's why they was complaining. The Gazarians over there complaining because you basically got them, imprisoned over there in that fucking land
That's it.
where it's supposed to be free for them to live, man, and breathe, man. You know, you got them in prison planet basically over there, man.
Mhm.
That's why they was complaining, man. But that was enough for you. Now you just been bombing the shit out of them ever since, man. You know, everywhere they go, you keep bombing them, man. Because you want to get them out of the whole land. But at the end of the day, you're gonna get blown out of that land too. The bombs are gonna hit your ass too, man. And the Lord's gonna make sure you devils don't, reside in that land much for much longer, man. Because you Edomites, man, you're the plague of the earth, man. You're the virus, the cancer of the earth that needs to be eradicated, man. And it's coming, man. Those nukes are coming very soon. You got Putin, they're getting stirred up, man. They're just biding their time. They're waiting for the perfect time to strike. Because once Putin strikes, he's not gonna miss, man. Why? Because the Lord's gonna be with it, man. The Lord said he's with the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal, man. He's with Magog and Gog, man. Russia, man. The Medes. He said he's gonna stir up the minds of the Medes, man. And they're gonna strike, man. And then those missiles, when they hit, they're gonna hurt, man. And they're gonna hit in the right places too.
It's the book of Psalms 144, from 7. Send thy hand from above,
Mm-hmm.
lead me and deliver me out of a great waters, from the hand of strange children.
Yeah, strange children. Who's that? The Edomites, man. These Edomites are the strange children of the earth because they're the wicked that rule in the earth right now. The earth has been given into the hand of the wicked. Go ahead.
Whose mouth speaketh vanity, and their light hand is a light hand of falsehood.
Yeah, man. They speak vanity. They speak lies. What's that last part there?
Uh, their, and their light hand is a light hand of falsehood.
Fossil.
Falsehood.
Falsehood. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't. Yeah, because they're about their father of lies, man.
Mm.
Anything they come out that comes out of their gob is all
Yeah,
lies, man.
yeah,
They speak
precept
with a
for you.
forked tongue. And they're known for that, man. That's why you're never supposed to trust
Yeah.
these devils. You're not supposed to make deals with them because they go back on their word, man.
Yeah.
They always renege, man.
Yep.
They're known for doing that throughout history.
Yep.
That's why these
Except
men
for
are. That's why them Gazarians are complaining right now because since the Nakba and all that, they made a deal that they was going to take the land and tear, and they're not going to be encroached by the so-called small hats. But what did they do? They went back on their word and they've
Yep.
been bombing them ever since, man.
And
They did the Nakba, all these different things. They've been fucking them Palestinians up for the longest,
Yeah.
man.
And that's one of the, would you call it, this whole current situation was proof of that in Sirach 12 and I think it's in 11 where it says basically you see that his wraths have been not altogether wiped away because Eve tried to, like, in modern history tried to basically pretend like, look, I've changed.
Mm.
You know, we are the first people to stop slavery and all of that BS, right? He wanted to make him seem like he had changed. But this whole situation showed that no, he hasn't
It
changed.
never changed,
Never
man. The only thing that's changed is the clothing, man.
That's it.
That's the only thing that's changed is the clothing.
Yep.
And technology, man. You devils
Yeah,
are still
yeah.
the same old devils, man. That's why it tells you in Revelations 20, get that as well.
Yep.
The old serpent, man. You ain't never changed since the garden, man. What you talking about, man? You've had that same wicked spirit since the garden. Because you was that serpent in the garden with Eve. Then you came back as Cain. Then you came back as Esau, Edom, the red people of the earth, with the marker Cain, which is what? A lack of melanin,
Yeah.
showing forth your skin, showing forth your blood through your skin. That's why you painted. That's why King Charles painted himself as that red-ass devil on that painting, man. Because it's indicative, and a picture speaks 1,000 words, as they say. So it's indicative of Esau and his history of who they truly are. They're the serpent people of the earth. They're the red people of the earth, man.
That's right.
Even as old as that devil is, he's still got the spirit of Satan in him, man.
Mm-hmm.
Until he dies,
Yeah.
and his spirit goes back into the spiritual realm, he's still got the spirit of Satan in him, man.
Yeah.
And he's gonna show that in his last days.
Yeah, Prince Philip, I mean, before he dies, said, "Oh, when I come back, I want to come back as well." As
The
a
plague
virus.
and all that. Yeah, Philip said that, innit?
Yeah.
So these devils, they're about their business,
They're
man.
about
Their father's business, which is Satan on the left hand side. And they're about this new world order, man. This new world of disorder, as I call it. Go ahead, up. You got Revelation.
Revelations 20
Yeah.
and 1. And I saw an angel come down from heaven, having the key of the bottomless pit and a great chain in his hand.
So at one time, these devils got cast into the bottomless pit, which represents Europe. Which where did they end up in South Georgia, Russia, man?
Mm.
In the pits of Russia over there, in the mountain retreats and all of that, and different parts of Europe as well. You know, but they were the cavemen of the earth. They were the actual what's it called? Like what's the word? Can't remember the word right now, but they were basically the outcasts of the earth.
Oh, yeah,
man. Like
yeah,
it tells you
yeah.
that, yeah, like it tells you the outcasts of the earth, like in Job, man.
Yeah.
They were shunned from society, man. You know.
Yeah. And rightfully so. Rightfully so. And that's
Yeah.
like once again goes to show you the power of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, man. Right? That he rules in the kingdom of men.
Yeah.
Right? That he set up the basis of man. Because I mean it'll be times you just look at this Edomite. You look at him, you watch him, sourceless, right? Can't do anything.
No flavor.
No
man.
flavor. And the thing is, he'll try to move like he's so smart. But when you hear him talk, especially when you start, the Lord opens up your mind to understand that the large majority of shit that Esau says is BS, man. Right? You be watching there just trying to enjoy some nature, and then he'll be like 50 billion years ago.
Yeah.
And then everyone believes this shit. Right?
Yeah. There's nothing special about you devils, man. There's nothing special about you Edomites, man. Nothing at all. It's just that you've been given a time and chance,
Yeah.
as it says in Ecclesiastes, to rule the earth. But that doesn't mean you're gonna rule forever.
Mhm.
You know, the
Yeah.
Persians ruled for a certain amount of time, and the Lord took their asses out. The Greeks ruled for a certain amount of time, and the Lord took their asses out.
Yeah.
The Babylonians ruled for a certain amount of time. The head of gold.
Mhm.
They never saw themselves going down. It was
Yeah.
the head of gold, man.
Yeah.
Hanging gardens, all these different things. they never saw their decline coming anytime soon. But the Lord took their asses down
Hey,
and
look
put someone else in their stead. Because the Lord it tells you that in Psalm 75, man. The Lord, raiseth up kings and bringeth them down, man.
Daniel.
Esau is the king of the earth right now. Yeah, you were saying.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, Daniel knew that, man. When Nebuchadnezzar called onto him and he gave Daniel was given the interpretation of the dream. He gave the thanks unto the Lord and said, "As the heavenly Father Yahweh that setteth up kings and bringeth them down, that changes the seasons." And like Esau in his folly, he claims this is the most advanced society he's been, but they still can't understand how pyramids were built. They don't understand the concepts behind like the hanging gardens of Babylon.
The maths hasn't changed. The maths is still the same, man. You know, it's just the time and the times have changed, but the maths hasn't changed, man. How did they build the pyramids back then? How did they lift cinder blocks of fucking sand and all that weighed nearly tons and shit to build fucking the pyramids as tall as skyscrapers and shit, man? How did they do that without any manual, not manual, but them forklift type machines and shit like that? How did they do that?
Oh yeah, because when you see like a quarry and they're building like those machines are huge.
Yeah.
They're absolutely massive. But once again, like Akim was saying, he makes it seem like he's the smartest that's ever been. Yet, what's a woman? He doesn't know.
Yeah.
And even the wickedest thing about this kingdom, like look at the majority of new builds. You always speak about that.
Yeah, oh my
Bro,
God.
Listen, if you got a foundation for how to build a house, surely, and you're advancing, the technology should only get better. You got people living in houses now. You charge like on average about £2,000 for a one-bedroom flat in the capital. And you can punch a hole through a wall in a modern house. Cheap material.
You can hear your neighbors.
Yeah.
Like yesterday, what'd you call it? One of my neighbors was like making noise like at some dumb time in the morning. I was like, what are you doing, man?
Yeah, always got cladding.
Yeah,
No
cladding,
so people get
Grenfell.
You know what I'm saying? Grenfell, people burn alive in the building. You know? Because it's not safe, man. Esau's Lego blocks, man. They're not safe.
Basic. And it's against the law.
Yeah, it's against the law.
It's against the law. Right? Because when you look into the law, basically, you're only supposed to have like 3 stories, man. But Esau, what does he pride himself in? He prides himself in his his skyscrapers. Right? That is a successful country has skyscrapers. That's contrary to the scriptures, man.
It looks good on the outside, but it's fucking
exactly
destroyed on the inside.
And it's like I was just saying, I remember that whole Grenfell thing, just thinking, yo, if Dad followed the laws of the Most High, all of them people would have been all right.
They would have made it out of the building alive, man.
And even if they got to jump out the 3rd floor, you might break a leg.
Yeah,
but you ain't gonna die, like.
You'll be stuck in the building, burning to death. Breathing in fucking carbon monoxide or whatever it was. Basically burning it alive, basically. Because Esau fucked up the cladding and all that, man. With shit material equipment. But the pyramids, they're still standing to this day. They've been there for like 4,000 years, man. Pyramids are still there to this day. Pyramids of Giza.
Then also the ones in Latin America.
All these pyramids that Jake built.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And we didn't have half the material that Esau has today. The technology that he has today. So how come Esau can't build something that's sufficient that stands the test of time? All these buildings keep burning down. These bridges are always breaking down. Burning down and shit.
As it says in verse 2 in Revelation 20, and he laid hold on the dragon, that old serpent, which is the devil and Satan, and bound him 1,000 years.
Yeah, so that's talking about you so-called white people. King Charles, he comes from that line of that line of devils, man. The old serpent, Satan, and the devil. He comes from that line of Edomites, man. That's the Edomite line, basically. That's talking about there. That whole precept there is talking about the only people that it's talking about is Esau, Edom. They're the old serpent, the Satan, and the devil that was cast into the bottomless pit for 1,000 years, which is talking about when they was in the caves of South Georgia, Russia, man. They was in a solitary confinement, so to speak. They was imprisoned over there, man, until the Lord basically after the 1,000 years let up, and then they came back into power slowly but surely, man, because they was the downfall of the Byzantine Empire. Mehmet and all these guys, Mehmet II and all that, they were Edomite, Khazarian Edomites that took down the Byzantine Empire, man, the last of the Constantines and all that, which Jake was ruling in Istanbul, Turkey. And then they turned it, it was Constantinople, and then they turned it into Istanbul, Turkey, man. That was done by the Khazarians, man. That was done by Esau, Edom. So that's when he started to come slowly but surely come back into power, man.
Oh yeah, that's all. They call their lands after their own names.
What exactly, Micah? Yeah, they covet fields.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So
So
then,
we're not making this shit up, man. Your history is spoken for all throughout the scriptures, man.
Yep.
Everything's written over about your history, what you're gonna do, what you did, and what you're about to do, man.
Yep.
yeah,
We ain't making this shit up, man. This ain't no hate speech or nothing. This is truth speech.
Yep. Yep. And if I can add, your judgment is written there too.
Yeah, your judgment's coming, man.
You know, he thinks he's got an escape route out. you know,
Yeah.
the what you call it, the demons have lied to you, Esau. Yeah, if you just do this and you just do that, you might be able to get. Or rather, they'll tell Esau that he'll be able to get away. But it's like, nah. Well, the scriptures say that the Lord shall not at all acquit the wicked, man.
Right.
go hand in hand.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't run from your judgment, man. No one can. You always quote Jeremiah 49.
Mm.
No one can run from their judgment, man. You know? Everyone has to pay one way or the other, man. We have to pay, and we're the children of the Most High. We're His chosen people, man, and we have to pay, man. We have to be brought down to the bottom. So how much more you heathens, man, that the Lord's reputed as being nothing,
Yeah.
as a drop of a vessel.
Huh?
The Lord actually just thinks of you as insignificant, man. You're just extra characters in His movie. Just like when you watch a Hollywood movie, you don't think about the extra characters. They're just there in the back somewhere, walking around, or they're standing while the main characters are doing their thing in the movie.
Yeah.
Esau is the main character, but I mean, like, you're insignificant
Well,
anyway. You're not the real. You're not the star.
Yeah.
Jacob is the star, man,
If
of the movie. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
so you remember King Joffrey in Game of Thrones? Everyone was happy when that little devil died, man.
Yeah,
Right? No one, only,
payback's a bitch.
yeah, everyone was like, yes. No, in fact, no, worse. Everyone was like, yo, his death wasn't satisfying. People wanted them to suffer, but hey, people of the world, be of understanding, man. Esau's gonna suffer on his way out, man.
Isaiah
Yeah.
14 speaks about
Yep.
that, man. They're gonna look upon him and say, "Is this the man, man,
Yep.
that did shake kingdoms, that made the earth a wilderness, that made the earth tremble?"
And it's going to be lightning fast too. That's why
Yeah.
the Lord said, "Oh,
Yeah,
Lucifer, thou
yeah.
fallen from heaven, oh Lucifer, because you're going to fall from your heavenly state." All these bankers, banking elite, the Rothschilds, they're going into slavery, man.
That's it.
Yeah.
Real quick, James 2:13, for he shall have judgment without mercy, that hath showed no mercy, and mercy rejoiceth against judgment.
Yeah, King Charles, all these devils, they're going into slavery, man.
Yeah.
Even if he even makes it that far, if he makes it past the nuclear missiles,
Yeah.
but a lot of them are going to be hiding in their bunkers anyway.
Calm.
So we're going to capture them, man. The
Yeah.
angels going to come out from the heavens and they're going to capture these devils and put bolts of chains around their necks and arms, man.
Mhm.
Them and their children, man.
Yeah. Because if I can say as well, like, even though it would have never happened, because Israel would have taken, the true Israelites would have taken over. But like again with that guy Gaddafi, bro, like he would have taken, even if like this kingdom, of course it's not, but let's say it was gonna go on another 100 years, it would have taken thousands of years for the gold dinar to ever catch up to the dollar, because ultimately a lot of those African countries have been left in the dust by Esau Edom. But this devil saw that they were trying to do a little something, trying to come together as a group of so-called African nations and establish something separate from the gold standard and the dollar, and they said no, fuck that, we're gonna go in there straight away.
But they ended up doing that anyway. That's why you got the BRICS now.
Yeah.
The BRICS started doing it, man. And Esau can't take all of them leaders out.
Yeah.
Then it will be
there's
like
big
too much,
boys
yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
it's
now
too
it's a
much
big boy.
headache.
So now
Yeah.
You can't do that to Russia. And
all he can do
Yeah,
is the propaganda,
exactly.
but he can't go in there.
Yeah. And once again, more and more people aren't falling for your propaganda, Esau, anymore, man.
Nah, man.
Each time he comes and says, hey, but it's all the spirit of the Lord. But you going into Gaza fucked up your whole PR system, man.
Yeah, you
You
revealed
know,
your hand.
You
mate.
revealed your hand. Yeah, a lot of people now, each time he says something, everyone's nowadays is like, yeah, but it did it though. Back in the day, it would have been like, oh, really? Nowadays, did it though.
Yeah, you can't be trusted, man. And
Yeah.
that's what's showing. That's why in the kingdom, everyone's going to be like, this the man
Oh, yeah.
that caused all this hell, man. Like, brought down the nations to rubble and destroy the earth, destroying the minds of the people. This piece of shit, man. This cave monkey, that was drunk of power, man.
Mm.
That's what it is. You're just power drunk, man. You don't know
Yep.
when to quit,
Got
man. You
something.
don't know when to stop. So the Lord's gonna have to come in and intervene and stop your dumb ass, man, before you destroy the whole of existence, man.
That's right.
Because as I said, you are the harbinger of death. You will destroy. You make a desert of your home
Oh,
and,
yeah.
and,
That's
and
it.
anyone
That's
else's home, man.
That's it. Isaiah 14:4, that thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon and say, how hath the oppressor ceased? The golden city ceased.
Yeah, the oppressor ceased, man. You get Psalms 55 and 2 real quick. It's on the same point. You're the king oppressor of the earth, man. And that's why you need to cease from, rulership on this earth. Because you mismanage everything, man.
Yeah.
Anything you put your hands to, you destroy, man. Even if you had good intentions from the from the beginning, eventually that spirit of Satan will spawn through you, and then you start doing all that mad shit, man. You can't help yourself,
Can't
man.
help it.
The spirit that's in you is not upright, man.
That's right.
So how can we leave? How can the Lord leave you in control of this earth for the rest of the time, man? That's gonna be. No one's gonna be around, man.
Yeah. To back your point, scripture says the tender mercies of the wicked are cruel.
Exactly.
Even when he's trying to, he can't help himself, man. You know.
Yeah. You just can't do right because you're not the righteous, man. You can't make a crooked thing straight, man. And you're accustomed to doing evil. That's who you are. You're the seed of the wicked. You was made to be the wicked. You was made to do evil. That's what the Lord made you to. Made you to do. You're the perfect adversary, man. That's why you're known as Satan.
Yeah.
You're the perfect deceiver. That's why you're known as the devil, man. Diablo, man. Because you know how to deceive people, manipulate people, make people believe your bullshit, man. Believe your lies. You make false, you make backdoor deals with people.
Yeah.
And then you go back on your own fucking word. And backstab people, man. And act like you never made a deal with them in the first place. Make all kinds of excuses. You're the ultimate manipulator, man. That's why the scriptures call you the deceiver, the devil.
Even with the whole the voting system, for example, because it's all bullshit anyway. Because the elites know who they want in power, and it's been that way for the longest. But they got for an example in America, this immigrant crisis where they don't know how many people are coming into the country, how many people are leaving, what they're really bringing in, and a lot of the time as well, they manipulate votes because they'll fluctuate with the false numbers on the census, and ultimately speaking, sway the presidential votes in the favor of those who they really want in power anyway. Presidential campaigns cost money, bro, and on top of that as well, billions, bro. Even here in the UK as well, all these with Sadiq Khan, bro. There's no one really and truly. There's no one that's gonna be able to beat Sadiq Khan, unless they get some sort of major investment into their campaign, because that guy has a power hold on London, bro. Like he's got.
It's like Londonistan.
Londonistan, that's right. Like East Ham extended. You get me? It's fucked. But Londonistan is fucked, bro. Like on my main road, I've been paying taxes for the longest. I still have to navigate 5 potholes or some Tetris shit just to get onto the high road. But they'll tell you, your taxes are going to. Bro, I was speaking to the brother of mine as well. I was going to share the clip with you. Imagine I'm in Tottenham. And then I go past this food bank in Tottenham. It's the Marcus Garvey Centre fitting as well. And they got these fucking Benjamite women, two obese Benjamite, big Shirley women. They both got BBLs, and they're with their kids going to the food center, going to the food center, and I'll check it like that. They probably got that treatment from the NHS, but rather than using that money that they would have paid for them flights there and back to look after the child and to do some proper shit for the betterment of the child, they just use that money to get BBLs. And they're going to the food bank for food. That shows you the mentality of our people under this devil, because his mentality is poisonous, bro. He allows our people to just exploit themselves and all types of folly his man.
If you get Psalm 55 and 2, read that real quick. That goes into your point. Because Esau Edom is as I said, he's the master manipulator, man. He likes to put people in situations where they can't get out of, man. And acts like he the reason why they're in the situation they're in. That's why it talks about warning to them that give men strong drink. That makes them drink it, man. Not even just give them this job, but you force it down their throat. That's what these devils do. They put the bottle to your mouth, man. They force all these indoctrinations, all this the filthy fornication that's in that cup, Babylonian juice. They force it down people's throat. That's why they're pushing all this alphabet people. Now they added the P to the alphabet thing. I see one acronym the other day. There's an LGBT and then P as well. So you know what P stands for.
Exactly.
The torpedo crew and all that. And they're out there doing their thing, and the majority of the torpedoes are Edomites, man. So that's why they want to make it lawful. That's their spirit.
What did what was that saying in the 300? Them boy lovers in Athens.
Athens. He was the Greeks. They were Edomites, man. And they're still around to this day.
Well, they love talking about Greek. The civilization started about with the Greeks. Talk about that then.
Talk about the boy lovers and all that. Alexander the Creep and all that, man.
Yeah, go on. Alright, this is back in Psalms 55, verse 2. Attend unto me and hear me. I mourn in my complaint and make a noise.
Yeah, we're complaining. We're
Mhm.
making a mourning our complaint. This was King David prophesying of future prophecies, man, or the times that we're living in today under this so-called white man. Go ahead.
Because of the voice of the enemy, because of the voice of oppression.
Voice of oppression from who? The king oppressors of the earth, being the so-called white man right now. He's the king. He's not even this oppressor. He's oppressing all the nations, man. Everyone's suffering under this devil. That's why there's so many protests, man. Every week they got them Palestinians over there in central London protesting, you know, and nothing's gonna be done because Esau
exactly.
doesn't give a shit.
Exactly.
He likes spitting blood. He said, "If thou was not hated, spit. If thou was not hated, blood shall pursue thee." Because Esau doesn't mind spitting blood of the innocent, especially Israelite blood, man. He loves spitting our blood.
Yeah.
That's why in these last days he's gonna go ape shit on you tribes, man. Trump's already said it, man. When he gets back into office, it's gonna be a straight dictatorship. He's gonna basically bring back lawful, lethal, what's it called? License to kill, basically. The military and all that. They're gonna be shooting squads and all that, firing squads. You know, public executions and all that, summary executions. They're bringing that shit back. And he said they're gonna bring that back because of why? This anti-semi stuff that's going on. So he's in league with the small hat rats, man. He works for the small hats, man. He's doing their bidding. And he's gonna show that, man. A lot of things gonna be happening. They got a Black Swan event that's likely to happen. We're talking about this H1N1 thing that's going on, the bird avian flu spreading. So the next lockdown is gonna be a lockdown where people ain't gonna be allowed to freely roam, man. Because they already got the military over there in different states in America. So the next lockdown procedure that happens ain't gonna be fun for you people out here. You ain't gonna be able to just walk around and do what you want. They're gonna be curfews and all of that. It's gonna be lockdown season, man. And even if it makes it to the presidential campaign in November, which they're saying they're saying that it might not even happen. Something might happen where it might, you know, something might happen where the elections might not even take place. And they might have to just basically, keep Biden in office or whatever. Or whoever makes it into office, man. Or they might try and assassinate Trump or something. Because they show you that in the new Civil War movie, man. They went around, they basically executed the president at the end of the movie. Why did they show you that? Because they're more than likely going to try and do that, man. Either Biden's going to get it, one to the head, you know, the one press conference or something, or Trump's going to get it, man. Something's going to happen where America's just going to spiral out of control, man. It's already spiraling, but it's going to get drastically worse, where it's not going to revive and it's just going to go downhill from then on until basically the nuclear missiles, man. And then the MOT to the B's coming into play now as well. You got retail stores saying that you got the palm payment scanners and all that. That's going to be the new form of buying and selling. Basically, paying for items. You know, Sainsbury's are saying that now.
Yeah, they've been saying that.
So that's they're pushing the biometrics. Why? Because we're coming into that time, man, of the new world of disorder, as I call it, man.
I know we read it earlier. I'll quickly just grab this again. Second Ezra, the 15th chapter, verse
Jump in when you want.
verse 14. Woe unto the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. And one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands.
Yeah, man, swords in their hands. Modern day sword is the gun. And over here in London, they did knife crime and all that, which is not a big thing, but obviously they exacerbate it and make it a big thing. So knife crime's gonna basically is gonna skyrocket in these last days when all hell breaks loose, man. And a lot of women are being attacked as well. A lot of these days, a lot of women are getting raped, especially over there in the States. A lot of women are getting raped nowadays. Even over in London last week, I think there was a situation where a guy grabbed a woman in the middle of the night and got in the alleyway or something like that.
A lot of men are getting raped.
A lot of men, it's going around. Lawlessness, man.
Real shit.
And the jailhouses are going to be open pretty much soon. They're going to release a lot of more prisoners and all that as well. Even at the start of this year, they said they was going to release a lot of prisoners over there in Chicago.
Even
here as well.
Even though I'm not on the side of the right wing madmen,
no one said.
But the whole illegal immigrant thing is a real thing.
That's a
That's a real thing. Like back in
I don't even know when me and Elder Ramar went to Brussels.
Mm.
Fuck, yeah.
Swiss on that.
That was time ago. That had to been like 5 years ago, and we seen it with our own two eyes.
Mm.
It's bad over there. You got just illegal immigrants, just some weird Negroes,
Mm.
all sorts, mainly men, because it's true. When you look at who's actually coming over as illegal immigrants,
Men, innit? Yeah.
it's rarely a woman.
No, yeah.
It's
yeah.
always young, not old man, young males
Mm.
between the ages of 17
And upwards.
to like 24, 25. It's not no grown ass man. It's never is.
Ready for recruitment.
And
that's
these
why.
and these guys come and
Mm.
they basically they live like vagabonds anyway before they get here. They ain't really got no respect for nothing. They come here to see what they can get. And then they get here, a lot of them get disgruntled. So when all hell breaks loose, those guys are just gonna be roaming around in the street, lawless too.
And Esau's recruiting a lot of them for the military as well.
Is he? Which military is that?
No, with like the conscription and all that. Esau's going to be
Oh.
recruiting a lot of them immigrants. He's going to give them
Yeah.
arms, man. They said
Yeah.
that in America, certain articles said he's going to give them immigrants arms. He's going to make it legal for they've already done it. They made it legal for immigrants to bear arms in certain states where
Yeah,
Americans are not allowed to bear arms. So in that time of martial law,
No,
and
not
all that-
when they're not allowed to bear arms. They're in states where they can bear arms.
yeah, I mean Slovakia.
Yeah,
but then,
because they're saying that what they're trying to say is the constitution. They actually use
the constitution,
the right wingers
yeah,
own
Yeah.
laws
Yeah,
against
against
them
them,
because they're pro constitution. So then
Mm.
the Democrats said, well, if you're pro constitution, then the Second Amendment does it apply
to the
to
foreigners.
to foreigners, and it starts getting techie.
Yeah.
And in
They
the end,
basically
it
said,
does.
yeah,
Yeah, because they got the right to remain silent and all that stuff,
Yeah.
so they should have a right to bear arms as well.
So in that time of Jacob's trouble, they're gonna like them immigrants are gonna have they're gonna have the right to bear them arms, man. They're gonna go ape shit on Jake on each
Yeah,
other.
a lot of them are gonna. Oh, a lot of them are joining gangs.
They're
This is
in
just the
gangs.
truth.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it is a reality. Like,
Yeah.
a lot of them are already in gangs.
Yeah, of course.
That's how the
They
thing
come
go.
in they come from gangs.
They're imported.
Can I
Yeah.
ask you, I'm always curious because I've seen you guys a lot. What exactly are you doing?
We're teaching the Bible.
What, and you're filming it?
Yeah,
Or
yeah,
you
yeah.
put it on YouTube
Yeah,
or
yeah,
something?
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
alright, I just wondered.
No worries.
Good thing of the 12 tribes of Israel. Very good.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, so there's a lot of areas of conflict, man. And
Yeah.
these Edomites, normal everyday Edomites, they're getting more angry
Yeah.
because
see
Esau
the society
is
fucking up.
this making them disgruntled. Like, look at this Romeo and Juliet thing. Every time Netflix keep like
Yeah.
race switching characters,
Yeah. Trying to get black
white
James Bonds.
shaming, and these Edomites are like, what's going on? This is our country, and it's like we're getting put down, but then they can't say if they say something about Jake, then they get held.
Cancelled, yeah,
they get
yeah.
cancelled. They're like, what's
man.
going on?
Yeah, they're trying to
And
make
I'll be honest with you,
Your boy is
they
good.
did that on purpose because that black girl
ugly.
they chose
Yeah.
is. Listen, she got a face only a father can love. I'm sorry, look, man. Listen, her
Even
father
the father
probably.
would be find it
The
hard.
father probably be like, yo, you know, because it's your daughter. You go, oh, she's a beautiful. But let's keep it real. That she ain't on the.
Shrek's wife.
She ain't no Juliet. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
If you were
yeah,
gonna
that's
cast a Juliet,
Yeah, yeah,
why
yeah.
would you cast?
Hard face.
She ugly, man. Let's just keep it 100. She ugly, and ain't nothing wrong with that. It's not a sin. But she ugly. But they've done that all on purpose because all that is making Edomites get angrier and
Yeah.
angrier
Yeah.
and disgruntled.
Yeah.
And it's happening in America, it's happening in France, it's happening in England.
Oh,
These
yeah.
Edomites are getting disenfranchised, and not only that, they're on the social media. And social media is like, look, these immigrants are coming here, they're getting this, getting that, getting that. Right? You're being disenfranchised in your own country. You're getting your circumstances are getting harder and harder and harder.
Yeah, that's why they had them protests with Tommy Robinson with the EDF or EDL, what they call themselves, in English Defence League, during the time of St George's Day or whatever. They got together and they started they're chanting out there in central London because they're getting fed up, man.
They're getting fed up.
They're like, we're English and we're getting treated like fucking third grade citizens in our own fucking country, man.
But they're doing it on purpose because they want
To
that.
rouse them up.
They want that conflict to be happening, man. They're setting it up. Come on, man. Why are you race switching? Like, you know what I mean? Like, Jake didn't ask for that. Nobody don't care if Juliet's black. You know?
They did the same thing with that Bridgerton program.
Yeah,
You know,
they're just doing it on purpose, man. Because
they know,
they want.
even though they know the history that Jake was ruling in them times, but They know that's gonna stir up
It
Esau Edom,
stirs
man.
up Edomites, man,
Yeah.
and them Edomites are on social
Yeah.
media. They're just
Yeah.
getting
Yeah,
angry.
man.
And
Yeah.
another thing that's getting them angry is loads of videos of Jake beating up random white grannies and random
Yeah.
Edomites, and
Literally
the
something
news doesn't highlight it.
Mm-hmm.
So they're like, hold on. So when like one of these black criminals gets beat down by the cops for refusing a simple
Yeah.
instruction,
Yeah.
they the media jumping on it. Racism. But then when a group of Negroes jump on some random white boy trying to steal his phone, there's silence, and they right on that. There is a media bias
Media block.
to avoid all of that,
Mm.
and they're like, So now they're feeding like the victim,
Yeah.
but it's all being done on purpose.
Yep.
This is the
Yeah.
gender confusion thing, is it?
Hmm?
The gender confusion thing. I mean, the LGBTQ stuff.
Oh yeah, ramming that
so
round
I mean,
people's
yeah.
thoughts. Just most
Yeah.
people ain't with that, man.
When the drinks come out, everyone's like,
Bro,
yeah,
I'll be in the sauna and man, the opening and be like, most people are not with because it's been rammed. Pause. It's been rammed down people's throats, man.
Yeah.
It's weirdo shit, man.
That fornication, we talk about that fornication that's in the cup. Well,
So
so,
on so many levels, like the brother breaking down,
Yeah.
this society is disjointed and ready. People are ready to kill each other,
Yeah.
and it's only gonna take a lack of resources, a lack of food,
Yeah.
a breakdown, and people will mentally snap. And it don't matter. It could be race, it could be
Mhm.
class,
Mm.
it could be political divide, whatever side of something they fall on,
Yeah.
and they're gonna try and get at the people on the other side.
There's even like a whole group of men in their 30s that are pissed because like they're earning about the average of 35K trying to start themselves up. Ain't got like there was this one guy I heard it on like a stream. He's like 35 years old, earning 30 grand, stressed because no woman's trying to date him. He can't stop.
That's the average person.
That's the average person. Ain't got no money to survive. He pays his bills. He's got £100 left.
It's
for the
even
month.
getting worse now.
That's a loser. No one wanna date you.
It's even getting worse now.
Yo, my nigga, bitches be broke too, bro.
You just have to go and pay for that now.
Go get a broke bitch,
You
man.
have to
That nigga a
go
loser.
to a brothel.
Any guy that say he can't get a woman, it don't matter how much money you're earning, you're a loser, bro. There's a gal out here that you could get broke gal. I see homeless people with gal. The nitties have got gal.
Yeah, no, that's.
Wait, let me know what I'm saying. The nitties, bro.
Nitties
If
got a
a
girlfriend.
nitties got a gal, how you ain't got a gal and you're on 30K? You're just a waste, man. Like, we don't
That's
want to
a
hear
you
all that.
problem.
But I get why you can't get a house and all that. Bro. Like, don't start bringing girls into it, man. You just ain't got no gift to the
No
gal.
swag,
Get a
man.
What are you
wrist.
talking
Swag.
about, bro? 30K is enough, fam.
You can even buy a wife.
Take a
nowadays.
bitch to Nando's, like, you know what I mean? Like 25 quid for 50 quid or whatever.
There's even a thing coming out the other day about was it South Korea? One of them, Japan. They're paying for black men to come over there and breed them now. They want black men to come over there and breed them up.
Yeah, they got a massive
Population
infertility
crisis,
crisis going on because
So you can definitely
a
find
breakdown in society,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Because the Japanese men
They're not doing
very
their thing.
effeminate,
Yeah, they're not doing their
Very
thing, man.
very effeminate. And a lot of the women ended up in the workplace, if I'm not mistaken, as well.
It's a really bad work situation over there where it's like people, I think you're basically expected to just be a work
Yeah,
slave.
you're just working,
Yeah.
and you ain't doing nothing.
Yeah.
And apparently they'll pay you as well for as many wives as you plug in, and they'll actually pay you so you can turn yourself. I think Apostle Elder Tar's the one that brought it out. Yeah, it was.
Did a video on
Yeah,
that,
he brought it out. So like you can make yourself a millionaire over there in Japan, like get a couple, samurai's daughters and all that.
That's it.
That's
it. Yeah, so Japan's bad, but South Korea's the worst. But because it's the way that Esau basically controls the populations in these different countries. Amongst Jake, it's like abortion pills on this side. In the Eastern world, it's just work. Or you make it so expensive.
Dead.
Yeah, you make it so expensive to have a family home that people just hold off. Which is why when you look at somewhere like London, apart from the immigrants, London, people in London can't afford to like come out and
hell
like
no.
have children, so they wait. That's why you hear loads of people. They'll be like, "Oh no, I can't afford children right now."
Which makes sense, but life ain't supposed to be that hard.
Yeah, exactly.
Life is too hard. There you go. Let's carry on with it. Yeah, life is supposed to be designed for people to live. Right now, it's not designed for people to live. It's designed for corporations to just profit.
That's right. Yeah.
You know, life is supposed to. The world is made for people, not corporations.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But Amazon's doing good.
Yeah.
Bezos.
Well,
Bozos.
Bozo chilling.
quick one on what the brother was saying earlier on. So I typed in U.S. illegal immigrant conscription. It says immigrant men are required to register.
Yeah.
This includes naturalized citizens, parolees, undocumented immigrants, legal permanent residents, asylum seekers, refugees, and all males with visas more than 30 days.
Yeah, so
expired.
that's not really illegal immigrants, is it?
Yeah.
That's
No.
just immigrants
Yeah,
in general.
Immigrants in general,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
That's why they show you that movie, what's it called, The Purge, where they had the militias and all that from outside of the country come in during the time of Jacob Trouble, and they thought it was American, but they found out there was Russian and different nations, and they had arms, man, and it was killing people during the time of the Purge. So that's what Esau's gonna do. He's gonna give people them immigrants rights to, basically turn on Jake. Because Jake's gonna become the #1 enemy in America anyway. We already are.
Yeah.
But in that time, it's gonna be all bets is
Even
off.
more so.
That's why it's called Jacob's Trouble, man. Because the law's really gonna let loose on 2/3, man. 2/3 are gonna start getting it, And Esau, he's the slayer. He's the slayer, man. So the law gonna let Esau let rip on you tribes, man, in these last days, especially over there in America, in the UK too, but more so over there in America, man.
Yeah, America's a powder keg, man.
Yeah.
It's just too
Ready.
it's too immoral. When you
Yeah,
have
yeah,
a society full of people that are that immoral, what holds people together in a crisis is morals. Morals is the different culture and morals is the difference. That's why you get these, you get these guys always crying about money and using it as an excuse why they're killing. And no, bro, there's places in the world that are a million times poorer than you, and they have a very low crime rate.
Yeah.
But the difference is
They
that
got
them man don't
morals.
want to cut the granny's throat to get $1.
Yeah.
Rob the Uber driver, like, you know what I'm saying? You niggas has just got no morals. And so any kind of pressure, you're just gonna do, they say it, do what you gotta do if it's getting you shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They ain't got no morals.
Yeah.
That's all what it really comes down to. And America is the chief place where people have no morals. So it only takes
A little bit.
a little bit,
Push them over.
Yeah.
because there's a saying, listen, man, doing the right thing is easy when it's easy, innit? What counts is when it's hard.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying? When the pressure's
Yeah,
on.
when the pressure's on,
Yeah, that's when doing the right thing counts for something.
Yeah.
Civilized.
And that's what, when it's all
Yeah.
easy,
Chips are down.
then it's all good to be
Yeah.
all civilized, isn't it?
Yeah. What the scriptures say, a friend is not known in prosperity.
Yeah, I
you go.
was thinking about that, friends not knowing the adversity and all that.
So all these are America's really, once the pressure really comes down and it keeps building, you're gonna see the ugly side of people.
Real
You're gonna
talk.
see the real ugly side of people, because these people have no love in their heart. They don't really have no morals. They've got what they call it, virtue signaling that they do on the social media. But the reality is, them
No,
man
no.
will eat you, man.
Yeah.
I've got a quick one.
And that's coming as well. Cannibalism,
Yeah.
all of that.
Matthew 24:12, and because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold.
The people don't care about each other, really. They don't care. Even this protesting thing, it's just something to do. People don't really care, like, to that degree about other people. There's not strong bonds between people itself, especially Jake. There really ain't no strong bonds between, Black Lives Matter. Bro, that's why that so-called black woman, she was in Chicago and she was cursing out all them Black Lives Matter protesters. And they were like, oh, you're Uncle Tom. No, she was telling the truth. Where is you niggas in a weekend when 28 Jake are getting shot down by other Jake in the gangs? Where you at? You ain't nowhere to be found. When the abortion clinics here are churning out kids out the back door like a meat grinder, where's you at? You ain't nowhere to be found, but one crackhead gets his neck stamped on by an Edomite cop, and the whole world needs to stop. And all of a sudden, Black Lives Matter. But you, Jake, are the biggest haters of Jake.
Hypocrites.
It's a complete. So how can you expect other people to all love me? You don't even love yourself. You don't treat yourself with any kind of love. Oh, you don't believe me? Go to a neighborhood that nobody don't know you.
100%.
Go there where they don't know you. In fact, forget that. Go there where you just know one person there, because he ain't gonna protect you. Man, know how it is in the ends.
Bro, there's women getting shot up like on the high road.
Listen,
Bro,
you could go to an ends and you know a prayer from the ends.
Yeah.
The man them on the road know him, but they don't know you.
Yeah.
He can't protect you.
No.
Yo,
I see that.
yo,
He's wearing the wrong
Watch
colour.
everything's gone, blood.
Oh, the
You're wearing
Jake.
the wrong colour
Yeah.
or something.
No, bro.
Unless, and now it used to be, if you knew one of the olders, you'd be alright.
Nah.
Now it's like the youngers, like, nah, we ain't trying to hear that. Like,
Bro, you got single moms that are scared of their sons, like talking about he abuses me in the yard. I can't control him. Bro, it's man.
Jake don't love, their whole Black Lives Matter was nothing but fraud.
The Jake that got killed for the fake protect man.
Oh, yeah.
That was
yeah.
hell.
The bitch set
That
him
was
up.
hell.
The honey, whatever
trap.
they-
There you
No,
go, honey trap as
wasn't
well.
that? Oh,
No,
no,
that was
the
a different
bigger
one. That was a different
It
Oh,
was
one.
the
Yeah.
Asian security guard from the.
Oh, the
that
shubs
one.
and the
Yeah,
restaurant, the restaurant.
Yeah, the restaurant.
Yeah,
yeah,
It was
Yeah,
Jake.
Jake don't
Yeah.
love each
Yeah,
other,
Jake's
man.
fucked.
Come on, let's keep it real. So all that Black Lives Matter stuff, but the crime rate's still going up. Jake is still getting man down.
Jake's foul, man.
It's Jeremiah 4:22. For my people is foolish.
Yeah.
They have not known me.
Mm-hmm.
They are sottish children.
Yeah, man. Very, very inconsiderate. Very stupid, man. Very stupid. Like quick to do some madness, man.
Self-destructive.
Yeah, self-destructive.
Jake, we're the only people that celebrate self-destructive
yeah.
behavior.
Yep.
We celebrate it and embrace it.
We got a whole fucking genre of hip hop.
We got a whole genre, I guarantee if I look up the #1 TV programs that Jake loved and exalt, and what proved it the most was, here it is. You, Jake, should be completely adverse to anything to do with drug dealing.
Violence.
Drug dealing has been, how long has it been going, brother? Like since the 70s, 80s, right? 80s.
Nicky Bonds and all these niggas.
What was it? The 80s when it went really heavy,
70s,
right?
80s, yeah,
Okay,
70s,
so we've been through what? So the 80s,
50
90s,
years, about 50 years.
50 years of drug dealing, yeah?
Yeah.
What has it done for the soul Baltimore or
Detroit.
what has it done?
Yeah.
It's just put bare man in jail and bare man in the grave.
Yeah.
Bare you have grown up without a father, grown up with your mother strung out.
Bare hood stories.
Bare hood stories.
That's all that Jake
You
celebrates.
niggas haven't got no upper middle class off that. Like the success stories ain't even there, right? And then they made this program Snowfall,
Yeah.
and the actual program is about. It's basically based around what's his name? Rick Ross.
Yeah, Rick Ross.
Yeah, so it's loosely based upon Rick
The
Ross,
fucking agent.
and they had this youth introducing crack cocaine into LA. Now you look at LA today,
Fuck.
Oh, yeah.
and the whole program is about him introducing crack and becoming a millionaire for himself. And they even show you the worst thing about the program is showing you that it ain't. It's a tragedy.
Yeah.
The program is actually showing you that their own evil and greed came back to them, and he ended up fucked up
Yeah.
on the street, strung out. And everyone knows that, yeah, that's how a lot of them man end up. A lot of them man end up on the shit themselves,
Yeah.
dead or broke. That's why all them OGs are begging to go on a podcast to get some peas. Because they're all old and broke. The only thing they got is a street cred.
Yeah, man. One of the OGs in my area sits outside Morrison's now.
Tell me I'm lying. Listen, we come from ends. We know how many man had all the peas, big fat rims rolling around.
Yeah.
Now them niggas is broke and all they got is 4 baby mamas and 3 of their sons are in jail. All their daughters are hoes, yeah, and they done. Their legacy is no legacy. It's a big mess.
And then if I could say then what it came out with, like someone like Beans, where it's like to be able to but to be able to stay at that level because Esau knows.
Yeah,
That's how they all
they're
know.
batty man. So we've
all
all
in the
seen
shit.
the fruits of that whole drug culture's madness. Now they showed you in the program that the dude was wicked as hell.
Yeah.
And everyone was mourning that, oh man, why did it have to end? All they were concerned about was the money. Oh man, the mother, in the program, the mother was a hero. The whole point of what the mother did was
She
the
shot
right
the cop,
thing.
innit? Yeah.
She shot the cop to get retribution, and she was trying to stop him from getting the money because she saw that the money was destroying them all.
Yeah.
So she was like, yo, end it. Everyone didn't, it went over Jake's heads.
Yeah.
It went over Jake, the
Jake's
money.
so used to just doing
The
wickedness.
money.
Yeah.
He was a bad man.
Yeah.
He was this. It's like, bro, the man, they show you in the program all the crackheads that he
Mhm.
created.
Yeah.
Jake was worshipping the character in the film that was the protagonist, but he was really a villain at the same time. And he got what was
And
coming
he
to
called
him.
himself the devil as well. Bare times in the damn program.
But-
Set up the devil.
Jake are in love with their own self-destruction,
Yeah.
man. They're all mourning like you know what I mean?
Because there was no good ending. man.
Well, what you wanted him to ride off into the sunset after destroying LA with crack.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
And that's what Jake aspired
Can we
to.
get
like,
the scripture? The
yeah.
way, yeah, go on, say what you say. The wages of sin is death.
Yeah, yeah. Because they hate you how it shine, man. That's why. Because the ways of this world is death, man. It promotes death,
can't
lasciviousness. Get rich or die trying.
Well,
That's what Jake
because
looked
on the
forward
way
to.
up, he had the
Glitz, the
suit
glamour,
and
the
how,
fame,
bro,
all that.
bro, you know how
Temple,
filthy the whole crack. It's so self-destructive. And you,
Yeah.
Jake, was literally worshipping a character and mourned his downfall.
Mm.
You mourned his downfall. Any other people on the rest of the planet would be like, yeah, good.
Yeah.
He got
Yeah,
what he
that's a
deserved.
filthy,
Yeah,
disgusting drug dealer that destroyed his own people for his own gain. He got what was coming to him. No,
Yeah.
Jake is like, oh, why they do that to my mans, yo? Why they do that to my mans, yo?
Throwing
You
that,
fucking what?
Jake.
Like, how stupid can you be?
You could
That's what it says. Wise to do evil, man.
Yeah.
How
Yeah.
stupid can you be?
Frank Lucas is another
Frank
example.
Lucas, yeah,
Bro,
yeah,
they
New
worship
York, bro.
Every time, even like Scarface, even though that's a falsified movie, but in the end, he got what he deserved. He got shot with all
Yeah.
them kind of
And the
bullets.
worst thing about it is these same men that they're
They
worshipping
worship
in
this
the
guy.
ends will kill them
Yeah,
without
discrimination.
yeah,
Yeah.
any. Let man heard that you spoke to the police. True or
Oh, yeah,
false?
it's over,
Dead.
it's over, it's over.
yeah.
These
Bro,
are the
No
mans that will
snitching, no
come.
snitching.
The reality is that real bad men on the ends are the worst mans there is. They're bullies.
Yeah, yeah,
They're bullies. They'll come like they'll come do what they want to do, and no man they can't tell them nothing. These are not bastions of righteousness and honor.
no.
Them man do a few cherry tricks, hand out a few turkeys at winter, but they'll kill your son.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They'll take your daughter and put her on the strip.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
These are the man these guys are worshiping.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Bro,
that's it.
oh shit.
That's why I never feel sorry when these Negroes in London get their head clapped back and you see them all bust out by the police.
Yeah, man, I don't
Bro,
care.
I got kids. I got a family. I'm glad. Thank you, sir. Listen, Esau, well done.
One less problem, innit?
Yeah, because guess what? Yeah, that same brother that you're going trying to protest for, turn up to a house rave with your watch on. That's what I'm trying to say to you. Turn up to your house rave. Turn up to a house rave, and he turn up, and he'll come with a bag. Yeah, put that in there.
Yeah,
fam.
real shit.
Put that in there. Put
Even-
that in there.
Yeah, draw the knife.
Go
out,
into
see
a
all
rave with your gal on your arm, and he's there with the man, and they got the blicky, and see if man don't move to your gal in front of you.
Yeah.
Am I lying
No,
though?
no. Even recently in
Remnants,
North
man.
London, there was some well, she's not innocent, but some woman that got shot in the leg because there was two gangs shooting each other from cars, and she just got blasted in the leg.
Standby,
Literally, nearly lost the limb. Do you know what I mean? Whole road shut down,
Yes,
traffic going.
These men are assholes.
Yeah,
They're
Savage.
assholes, man. So why am I protesting for them for?
that's the 2/3, man. Law
They,
said don't lament for these.
they don't give a
2/3.
damn about you. They find out you got something in your house, they're coming to take that.
Oh no, we did.
No, they're
Yeah.
coming to take it.
Oh,
I know you lose your life over
Yeah.
that.
it's like there was a story a couple of months ago where basically the Jake, he was basically, and the scriptures speak about, keeping company with these kinds of individuals, where he had the Jake in his house and the Jake spat in his sink. He's like, yo, bro, yeah, don't spit in my sink. And he blew him away.
100%.
Yeah,
They'll
yeah,
do what they
yeah.
want. They're bullies.
Violations, man.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
we got the wages of sin is death.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Our people are retarded. That's why they support slackness. They can't see past the superficial.
Yeah.
They can't see past a Nicki Minaj. Well, in the majority of them.
Yeah,
There are
majority.
some people that can
Gen
see it.
Z and all
But
that.
generally speaking, the majority of people will see it. Why, if you don't want your daughter to be like Nicki Minaj, then why are you supporting her?
Yeah.
Why are you supporting something like that?
Why are you dressing them like that?
You got cognitive dissonance. How can you support something that you can see is self-destructive?
You know what I'm saying? The women dress their children like that. Even Primark, all these shops. You know, that's the darling shopping center for women is
Right.
Primark, and all the clothing is just bare
It's
like
mad.
it's madness for
We
little
celebrate,
children.
but we celebrate that.
And they dress them up as basically little prostitutes, man, from little babies. So it's just like indoctrinated into our people to just go left all the time, especially for the women, man.
And we
That's
love
why
it.
they're so marketable to the women. 80% of the market and all that is to women because they're so easily persuaded and manipulated, man, by the devil.
Mm-hmm. Romans 6:23, for the wages of sin is death.
This statement right here is so fundamental to the scriptures. It's unbelievable. It's like that is such a fundamental scripture to understand that the wages of sin is death. If you go down the path of sin, there is not no, they say there's
Light at
a
the end
pot
of
of
the
gold
tunnel,
at the end of the rainbow. There ain't no pot of gold there.
Yeah.
Cassie found that out.
Yeah, I was talking about that.
Now, is Cassie a victim? Okay, you could say in one way she's a victim because we know that P. Diddy is preying on people.
He's a predator. But
However,
she knew what she was doing.
However, just like Meek Mills and all the rest of these people,
She knew what they did.
you walked into that situation. And the reason you're in that situation is because you were chasing something that you didn't need.
Mm.
And they know you want this fame? You want this money? Come.
Yeah.
Come dance with me.
Come buy the apple.
And you saw there was signs of all the wickedness, and you willing to compromising yourself, and then you end up in a situation. And that's how it works.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, you're getting bent over by a brother in the studio because you want to be rich and famous.
Yeah, a bunch of dudes.
You want to go into sin, the way of sin. You can't just, Jake can't be normal.
Yeah.
Jake, that's how they get you, Jake, man. Jake want to be the heights of the heights.
Yeah.
Listen, I'd rather work in McDonald's than have P. Diddy busting all in my face,
Oh,
but I'm
man.
sorry, I just
Yeah.
can't do it.
So that's why the scriptures say to be content with all.
I'll get a
yeah,
girl from
content
Primark,
with
blood. I ain't got,
yeah.
listen, I don't need all that extra stuff if
Yeah, man.
I got to lower myself to that level.
True.
But Cassie lowered herself.
Yeah.
She had a man. She left her man to be with P. Diddy. And that's what it brought her.
Yeah.
But the wage of sin is death. The path she
Yeah.
took.
Yeah.
You see where it went.
Committed
And
adultery.
she knew what it was. Even there was this woman Kim Porter that was dealing with Diddy
Yeah,
before.
broke her
that was
nose.
worse. So she
killed
knew
her.
what the
He did-
pattern was.
yeah,
She
yeah,
knew.
Bro,
yeah.
all these dudes going into the record industry now, you think they didn't hear the rumors that it's a Batman thing?
Yeah, they
So
know.
if a guy's really trying to be in the industry and really trying to meet Jay-Z, you're telling me is you're willing to do
willing.
anything.
Yeah.
Because
yeah.
as soon as I hear, yo, man, I gotta do this, I'm like, huh?
Yeah.
Listen, you know what? I can rap here. Let me just do that on YouTube
Exactly.
and let me get a job.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Because
Exactly.
I-
Part-time
I
thing.
could do that as a hobby, and maybe I could
Exactly.
make some money on the side. If I could sing, maybe I could do some wedding, earn some peas on the side singing at a wedding. But if for me to be a big stage show artist and get the label, I
Yeah.
gotta go through what them man are going through.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Nah,
And
forget it.
It was even on the whole Cassie thing. Well, her man was Ryan Leslie. He was a
Yeah,
producer.
he was already a
yeah.
star.
Yeah, it's
But
not
she
like
wasn't enough. It
Exactly.
It wasn't enough, man. Because Diddy see that power
Mm.
and that ability, because he's a big gatekeeper. That's why he knows, man. People want to come to me and he'll size you up. Okay, what can I make this person do? Because that's what he's there for.
Mm.
The devil is gonna see what can I make. How low can you go for these crumbs that I'm gonna dangle in front of you?
He even said that in one when he got revealed that his assistant came in while he was getting dough from another man, and he left the door open, and then he said that he came to her later and another day, and he said, "Well, why did you do that? Why didn't you lock the door?" And he says, "I wanted to show man that I got power in it."
Well, the fact that he was running down that hotel. Listen, all
In a
these
cloud,
guys,
like,
right?
yeah, he's-
One thing you realize
sick.
about all these dudes once they get exposed is, for one, they're already been exposed many times. It was covered up.
Yeah, it was
Showing you that there's a bigger system around them that's protecting them, so that when they do get exposed, it's by design. Because let's go back to Jerry Sandusky. Jerry Sandusky had many police reports against him about how he was molesting those young boys in his football program, and the police did nothing. The coach, the assistant coach, walked into the boys' showers, this is the showers that it's not locked. And he was in there giving backers to one of the boys in the shower.
Oh man.
Not in no closet somewhere with the door locked and the curtains pulled. He's in the shower. Man said he walked in there, man's clapping one of them boys' cheeks. He saw it, and he's a better man than me, because I would have clapped his head the same way his head would have clapped off. I can't see that kind of stuff, man. He would have had to get. I'll be in jail. But he went to the dean and told the dean, and the dean did nothing. So think about it. If you are clapping a boy's cheeks like that means you're not scared that someone's gonna find out.
You know you're
Why?
protected.
Because you know you're protected. And then when the whole court case came out, it came out that there were donors that were using the boys. They just got rid of him, slipped him in jail, and nothing to do with the donors. We're all gonna move on now. Just like the Epstein thing. And the same thing's gonna happen with Diddy. They're gonna focus on one little part, probably the Cassie thing, and then just get him out of there, and people forget about the Bieber and the Usher and all these other young boys and all kind of extra stuff that's going on.
and just replace him with someone else.
It's a joke thing. But that's why they think they can do these things in broad daylight like that, man. Arrogance, because they're in the inn.
Yeah, they initiate.
This is Jeremiah 5:25. For among my people are found wicked men. They lay wait as he that setteth snares.
And these wicked men, obviously there's wicked men on all levels, but the problem with our people is our nobility, so-called nobility, is wicked.
Yeah.
Our princes, and then why do I say that? Because your nobility are your people of higher stature. And unfortunately, that is your JDs, your Puff
Sure,
Daddies, these big entertainers and celebrities, because we're such a messed up people, that is our nobility.
Mm.
We don't have like our version of the Koch brothers.
Yeah,
Or most of the Jake that are somebody that have some kind of money is related to entertainment and sports. It's just we're just a messed up people like that.
Yeah, that's it.
We don't have man that's really running industries like that and that kind of nobility. So these people are our nobility. What does the word noble mean? What does it mean to be a noble, to be part of that upper class? Class. You're meant to be of a higher moral, higher standard.
Moral standing. Yeah.
But when you look at our nobility, all you see is divorces, crime,
Sex
drama.
workers, sex workers.
and then they got some money and glamour, and it's filthy. Will Smith, look at his family.
Mess.
It's a mess. Our nobility is not an example to the rest of our people at all. They're the worst example to follow. The absolute worst example, but it's by design.
Yeah. Especially the women. Like you talk about nobility, the women. You
Well,
ask
they're
average
hard.
girl, ask any average girl who their role model is, they'll tell you. Nicki Minaj, Kim
And it's got
Kardashian.
progressively worse.
It's
as
just
well.
whores.
Just whores,
Those are the nobles of our people, man.
whores and niggas.
Yeah.
Low life individuals, man. But that's because the path to nobility among our people, Esau holds the keys to that.
It's wickedness.
Esau holds the keys. Now, there's a new nobility that's going to be formed, which we're going to get that in Jeremiah 23. And then you're going to see the difference.
Yeah.
Because the new nobility is actually noble. In fact, we could get the definition of noble as well
Okay.
after. What did you have?
Jeremiah
Wicked
5,
of our people, yeah.
It says, they lay wait as he that setteth snares. They set.
Oh, they lay wait. Now, these niggas are very cunning on every level. Looks just like the niggas that's in the drug game. The drug game is a game that they prey upon the young men and the young women that's coming up, the youngers.
Yeah.
They seek out, okay, that one there,
Yeah, recruiting.
we can get to that one.
Yeah. To show
Yo,
you
come here, fam, come here. And it's like, oh, what do you want? You want some chicken and chips? Oh, fam, your trainers are dead. Let me get you some trainers. The cherry tricks.
Yeah.
You know, because they get them on side.
Yeah. They show
Right.
you that in Top Boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they make them feel like family, but you're not family. You're a worker. You're an employee. Because the minute you do something,
It's over.
that's
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, you saw Kano's character.
Yeah, you minute you do something that they or they need to sacrifice you as a pawn,
Solid.
because a lot of them man like they snitch on their own man. They'll
Yeah.
give that guy up. Yeah, they can go.
Yeah, and a lot of the time the youths as well, they know they're not gonna get the strong sentences, so they'll let the youngers just get the.
It's well known.
Yeah,
Listen,
trap.
inner badness. This is a well known thing. A lot of time, man got down. They've been got down by their own man, and they say it's the next man.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
They
100%.
or they go out on a move with you, and then man already said, listen, that bear ain't coming back.
Mm.
So you go on the move, and on the way back, you're getting
Take
done,
it back,
and it's
yeah.
your man that's doing it.
No honor amongst thieves.
There ain't no honor amongst these guys, but they prey on these young men, or they turn out these young girls. You'll come in, and they'll get her, invite her around, get her drunk, and then every man will run through her, and now she's in the gang, and they're preying on.
Yeah.
But it's a very calculated thing.
Yeah.
It's a system and a methodology that they're operating under. Like even the thing where they give them the drugs, and then they'll say, oh, you lost the drugs.
Yeah, co-sign.
But they'll set them up to get robbed, but it's them man robbing them.
Yeah.
So you're putting them in debt. Oh, you owe me now because the drugs got bit.
Yeah.
That's all calculated.
Consignment and shit.
It's all calculated, like what's going on among our people. The same thing with the music industry.
Oh,
Bringing people into the music industry is calculated. They're targeting. Even Kanye said in the white man's world we're the chosen, but Esau uses other Negroes to get Negroes.
Yeah.
They use other gatekeeper.
African Bambaataa, bro. He was banging bare those young Jakes. All those Hassan Campbell, all the top New York gangsters were all getting banged out by African Bambaataa.
Hey,
Like
look at,
everyone knows,
hey,
everyone
man's ain't gonna like it, but look at Floyd and Javante and
Yeah,
Adrian, and tell me Floyd ain't in some freaky
Madness,
business with
yeah,
them,
of
man.
course.
They use other Jake that's already been initiated to bring guys in. Okay, yeah, it's Jay-Z or and they're gonna break you in.
They're the house niggas, man.
But they prey on you. They're not stupid. They know the type of people. Okay, that guy there, yeah, he's weak. We could use it. Or that girl there, she's weak. Oh, how much do you really want it?
Yeah.
And they test you.
Yeah.
They lay a
They
snare.
call it hazing. They
Yeah.
call it hazing. You know?
Yeah.
They groom you into the thing.
What wasn't Diddy laying snares? Them dudes were in debt. He'll bring them in, and every man's beefing over their publishing and that because he laid a snare for them. He makes you think, yeah, you're gonna get something, but in the end, you don't. It came out Cartel, the world boss that these Jamaicans love so much, the world boss, like he's God or something. Cartel was a demon. All them artists that came up on the Cartel broke. Because Cartel was taking all the money, taking them on tour, and giving them man snacks for dinner, not even food.
Mavado and them man there.
When Mavado left,
No, not Mavado.
Oh.
What's his name? The main guy.
Popcorn,
Yeah,
all them man that
Popcorn,
was on the man, Da Vinci and all them man. Trust me, them niggas is wicked.
Well, shit.
Niggas
Hey,
will put
Diddy,
you in slavery, bro.
Look at Shine with Diddy, but man went and
Oh, yeah,
converted
he took-
to become a
He
Jewish.
went in jail. He went in jail for a crime he didn't commit. Man.
Yeah, okay.
There you go.
I was the shooter, and then he literally
He didn't even
left
he didn't even shoot. He said that Diddy did it, and he took the bait for it.
it. Mace was another one as well.
Yeah, Mace, all of them.
These dudes are all scam artists and
Scam
scammers,
artists, man.
and they set people up. Yeah.
It's the book of Isaiah 9 and from 14. Therefore, the Lord will cut off from Israel head and tail, branch and lash in one day. The ancient and honorable, he is the head, and the prophet that teacheth lies, he is the tail. For the leaders of these people cause them to err.
Right, from the very beginning, you could always go back. From Esau came into power, Jake has always had a phony leadership structure. Even if you go to the Latin tribes, one of the things the conquistadors would do, they would kill the leadership among Jake in Mexico or whatever, that was really about their own people, right? And then and then basically the ones that they would keep is the ones that's going along with the oppression, and they would intermarry with them. So it's no nothing Jew. Jake has always had the boule,
Yeah, sellouts.
the sellout Jake that's there to basically help to oppress and destroy Jake. That's nothing new.
He did that when the Apache Indians. And then he turned against them as well with Geronimo and all that. He did that with the Apache and made them turn against their own tribes.
Martin Luther King.
Yeah.
And they're not the only ones. There's Bear Jake. There's Bear Jake that sold out. Go to the west, the islands. The islands is full of all them Jakes that's running the islands. The big man in the islands are all criminals, and they're all working with Esau to oppress their own people on the island.
Yeah.
And all of them man are Masons too.
Yeah.
They're all in the Mason thing, in the occult thing, the voodoo thing.
Yeah, no, definitely. Them man in the islands, they're not even allowed to. You be like native to the island. You're not even allowed to go on the beach.
They sell out the beaches. They work for Esau. So it's always been like that, man. Like, and then so these celebrities are an extension to that, and these influences are an extension to that too. Like Kai Cenat and all them guys. Them dudes are agents of folly. They're there to destroy the minds of the youth, and the algorithms are pushing them. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's all. Anyway, go on.
Kevin Hart, all these guys, that's why they all come out and say they're all plants, they're all industry plants.
Yeah.
Come out of nowhere, all of a sudden just blow up.
Esau is the gatekeeper to that fame. Even Cat Williams, he's part of it.
Yeah. So controlled.
They control opposition. Esau gatekeeps all that, man, because he owns the infrastructure that you need to get yourself before the people like that.
Yeah.
He owns it. Like, he's the one that is the one investing in it. If you want to make a movie and you want that movie to be big, well, guess what? You can't make a movie for $10,000.
No, because I was looking recently. I was like, what the hell? Because you see like Lionsgate, watch a movie, you see like Lionsgate, but I also see Warner Bros. I was like, what's really good? Yeah, and it's like a distributor. I was like, why do you need a distributor? And it's once like Elder's going into, it's a way for him to gatekeep how because the things you can make the film, but how do you get into the cinemas?
Cinema,
Netflix,
exactly.
Now you can make your own site, but the problem is that your site won't get advertised and there's no traffic.
Exactly, and he can DDoS you, man. You know, Esau has his methodology.
You could do it, but you're not gonna make big money. And people want to make the big money. So if you want to make the big money, then you need to jump in with them. But they control it. Simple as that.
And they that led them, and they that are led of them are destroyed.
They're destroyed by the leadership, by the people that Esau's putting in front of them to lead them, and they're following them. They're following these people, and they're leading them into destruction because everything they give to our people is self-destructive. It's absolutely so. The only ones that's giving our people life knowledge. The real life knowledge of the prophets, and that's the real shepherds, which we're gonna get to in Jeremiah 23. Jump back to where you was in 5.
And we're the most hated, even amongst our people.
We're the most hated, and then the
Most
worst
hated.
thing is they think the things we're saying are destructive. So our people are insane.
Yeah, they're gone.
They're insane. Like what we're saying is will fix their life,
Yeah.
but they choose evil, even though evil is destroying them.
Yeah.
Evil is destroying them, man.
That's it.
Thugism, feminism, black culture is extremely retarded.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
extremely retarded, and you can't talk to these Jake. Like you see that video that came out, that black woman, she got grabbed up by the police officer.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah,
But you watching that, it's like, bro, who's gonna tell her that she shouldn't have acted like that? Yeah, he shouldn't have grabbed her because he weren't arresting. But the point is that when are these Jakes gonna learn how to deal with conflict?
Yeah.
exactly.
At what point is Jake gonna learn that when you're approached by the police, you need to remain calm, you need to know your
To
rights
supplant them
and
man.
follow
Get out of there.
instruction.
Yeah.
And if they're in the wrong, make sure you got everything recorded and get back later.
Exactly.
That's how you deal with the police. You
Get your
don't
money.
start
rowdy
and start
and all
getting
that.
rowdy, because all you're gonna do
Got
is
precept.
give Esau cause
Mm.
Yeah,
to
make
say
it
you're
safe.
in the wrong.
Yep.
And Jake, I keep telling Jake, that's how they get you at work.
Yeah.
The
yeah,
manager
yeah,
will
yeah,
say
yeah,
some
yeah, yeah.
things
To spell
To
you
trigger
up,
you.
round
to
it
trigger
up,
you,
yeah.
and you lose your mind, throw a table, and the only thing everyone's gonna remember is you
Yeah,
throwing
yeah,
that
yeah,
table.
Yep. At which point, gross misconduct. Goodbye.
Yeah, the disciplinary.
Yep.
Because
so
Jake haven't learned how to control themselves and understand, even if you're in the right,
Yeah.
your actions from being in the right can make you wrong.
Yeah.
And it's like that in the law.
Mhm.
That's why there's proper judgments in the law.
Yep. Got something for you real quick.
That's how Jake do foolishness.
Matthew 5:25. Agree with thine adversary quickly, whilst thou art in the way with him.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, what? Go ahead.
Yep. Lest at any time the adversary deliver thee to the judge, and the judge deliver thee to the officer.
If I'm on the bus with my daughter, especially if I'm with my kids, man's come with a ticket inspector. Yo, can I see your oyster? I just pop my oyster out and yo, scan it.
Done.
I paid.
Over and done with.
I ain't gonna be like, bro, why are you asking me? And
Yeah.
I don't care. Listen, if he wants to profile, listen, let me tell you the reality of life. You cannot stop being profiled.
Yeah.
If I'm in a store and they profile me, well, you know what? To be honest with you, I'd flipping profile me. Because you niggas, listen, when you go and this is people they're gonna say I've been listening to, but this is the truth. Every time a Jake goes out and does something crazy, every other Jake gonna have to pay for
You
that.
have to
Yep.
blame everyone.
Esau's the only one who can be an individual.
He's
Yeah,
the only one. But you know what? You're supposed to learn that your actions have consequences for
That's true.
everyone else. Every time a Jake, the police says, "Show me your hands," and he's like, "No," and he shoots at that police officer. Another Jake that ain't got a gun is gonna pay for that because people say, "Yo, I can't take no chances with these niggas."
Yeah, it's a fact.
You see
It's
it
a
all
fact.
The time. You see it all the time.
So if I'm in a shop here and the security guard's following me, yeah, I don't give a fuck. I'm just doing my shopping. What I'm not gonna do, especially with my child, is get into some big confrontation, shouting and screaming.
Because that's gonna,
Yep.
exacerbate the whole thing.
Yeah.
Oh, show me your Oyster card. Yeah, look. Okay, done. That's what she had to do.
Yeah.
They said, show me your Oyster card.
Yeah.
But because she knows she probably ain't paid, nah.
Yeah.
And then that's what led to the whole situation. And even if the police was in the wrong at that point, that child's still traumatized by all that
Yeah.
arguing and foolishness. When it could have just been averted by learning how to calm your ass down and
Yeah.
just follow simple instruction
Yeah.
to just get away from the devil.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh,
These
man.
men get stopped by the police. Why'd you stop me? What the fuck?
Yeah.
Like,
Makes
bro.
makes the situation
Yeah.
10 times worse.
The minute you start doing that, you've escalated the situation, and that policeman's thinking this guy's a dickhead.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I'm
Just like
gonna.
the rest of
Yeah,
them.
they
Yeah.
got,
But you're just like the niggas on TV. I know how to deal with you. Get him in a Cobra grip. Cobra clutch grip. Fuck him up.
Yeah.
No, that's what they're gonna do.
Yeah, but Jake. But you see, when Jake comes up and says that, oh, you're siding with them. You can't Jake. You can't tell Jake nothing because Jake just don't want to learn. So they want to make the same mistakes over. Get shot then. Know what I mean?
Yeah, that's it.
And the thing is as well, if your employer or the police do something illegal, it's a payday. What do you call it? If there's actually someone at the job,
That's how Esau will deal with it.
Yeah.
Esau doesn't fight with
That's- yeah,
physical.
yeah.
Esau fights with words
Legal,
and
yeah.
paperwork.
Wisdom.
Yeah.
He uses paperwork. Anytime you do something illegal to Esau, all right, cool, I'm gonna
Cool,
get
watch
you. It's
this.
not violence.
Yeah, I'm gonna make a complaint.
I'm gonna send you a letter saying, court thing, you've been summoned to
Nah,
court.
Jake
Yeah.
gonna
Crime,
threaten
you know what I'm
to
saying?
beat him up outside.
Jake, yeah, Jake gonna do some
In front of
dumb
everyone.
Shit.
Yeah,
Jake gonna
yeah.
do some dumb shit, man.
Yeah.
Like, calm.
Yeah,
That's what one Edomite did at my place, man. He didn't feel like he was treated well. Long story short, man.
Alright, cool.
He can put a nice deposit down on the house, man.
Silent killer, man.
Nah, but
Esau.
Jake would have got fired because Jake,
Yeah.
Jake,
Jake is calm.
but you can't tell Jake that because Jake liked to play the victim too in every
Yeah.
situation and don't want to avoid nothing.
Yep.
You see that one as well at the party?
Oh, no,
There was a party they had a little party with a gazebo in some park down South London.
Yeah.
You see that one?
Yeah.
And all
And
you
the
see
woman got
is the
tackled.
end of the video.
Yeah, she-
The mother's getting tackled. The
Oh,
the
shit.
son's
Oh
got
yeah, the
No,
woman is getting
yeah.
grabbed up. The
8
old
foot-
woman.
Now
yeah,
you
yeah,
telling me? Nah, let's be real.
Let
You
go
really
of
think
it,
the
let
police
go
turn
of
up
it.
to tackle some man and
Some
got
old
8
woman,
man?
yeah,
No.
some old
I could
woman.
tell what's happened straight away. They got a gazebo in the park and you're not allowed to have the gazebo
That's
car.
it. No, yeah.
2 police have turned up to speak to them and they've got their backup straight away, started arguing backward and
Yeah.
forth.
But we paid
Then the
for it.
police obviously are like, rah, there's bad niggas here. Boom, call him back up.
Yeah.
About 20 of them come. Jake get more rowdy and now they're tackling you to the floor like a cow in front of all the children.
True.
And now your mom's getting involved in
She getting
calming you down.
grabbed up, yeah.
Now she's getting tackled.
Yeah.
Instead of dealing with the situation
Civil.
in a civil way to avoid you getting tackled in front of all the children. But you can't tell Jake that.
Yeah.
It's the police. They're always picking on us. Yeah, but you know this.
So how you supposed to act?
That's it.
This is my thing.
That's it.
If you know that they're gonna do this, then you gotta act
Yeah.
accordingly. You gotta play the game by the rules.
Yeah.
Because you're not gonna win. Did he win? Wow, on the
Getting
floor
the
with
rest of
20 crackers.
Mumsy all tackled, all that. You know what I'm saying? That's
Mumsy even
embarrassing.
slapped the police. Like, what are you
What?
doing?
It's embarrassing.
Yeah, she slapped the police. Like, what are you
They
doing?
tackled her to the ground.
You've lost in that
Oh,
situation. That's assault.
It's
Yep.
embarrassing, bro.
This is how much my man won.
Woo!
Just because he did the thing.
Yeah, but Jake don't learn, man. Jake ain't wise, but good for them.
Yeah.
But that's why
How
you
much
can't,
my
you know,
man won.
2/3 of our people are going to be destroyed because you can't reason with them.
But it says in Jeremiah they revolted and gone.
They're unreasonable individuals,
Yeah.
man, and they love to just be the victim.
Wild
We
balls
saw-
in the net.
28, Job 28. And unto man he said, behold, the fear of the Lord, that is wisdom, and to depart from evil is understanding.
Oh, they say, oh, it's the stop and search. Jake always complaining about stop and search, but then they complain the police ain't doing nothing about knife crime. But it's your children, so why don't you just do something about it?
Yeah.
Other day I was coming through West Ham, bro. They stopped the Ute, but the Ute had a big long thing like
yeah,
he
I saw
was
that, I saw
like he
that,
was
yeah,
King
I saw
Richard
that.
the Lionheart.
I saw that. Yeah,
No,
some
that's a
stupid-
stop and
He
search.
just threw his
Yeah.
life away for nothing.
Ah, now the police stop and search. Listen, there's a way to deal with it. I've been stopped and searched. Listen, they were like, okay, all right, cool.
Bro, if they didn't stop
Oh.
that little youth from carrying that big ass, the thing looked bigger than him, bro.
Someone's
He would have chopped someone's
Yeah.
son up, someone's daughter up.
Yeah.
He would have done some fuckery.
and then
that
they'll be
day.
like, the police ain't doing nothing about it. But
Yeah.
it's Jake, no, you, Jake,
Oh,
Jake,
that
Bro.
shit was like a Excalibur
Yeah.
sword, man.
do you remember the one where you had the Jake? He's like, no, look at him, they racially profiling
the
him,
guy
and then
pulled
they
that big
found a
Rambo
knife.
out.
Yeah.
It's like, bro,
I've been stopped and so when I was younger and all that, brother,
Yeah.
walking through the ends, police just grab you,
Yeah.
I can smell weed. I ain't smoking no weed, you're gonna stop and search me.
Yeah.
Alright, obviously it doesn't feel good, but you just have to deal with it, man,
Bro,
because
it's
if you
very
don't-
simple though. Man say, oh, but I'm gonna be late for work, brother. This is what you do. When the search is done, you get the document which documents
yeah.
you were stopped and searched. When you go to work, you hand them that document. This is the reason I'm late. They now have to record that lateness, but they have to put the reason for being late. So even if you go into a disciplinary for lateness next time, they have to discount that lateness as an authorized lateness. This is called employment law.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? This is why you gotta know your shit. You're just like, hold on, mate. Like you can't say no, you was late that time. No, you need to discount that lateness because that's not wasn't me. It was a random search by the police.
Yeah.
So you need to scratch that off
Yeah.
or put it as an authorized lateness.
I see that happen.
But instead, you're gonna fight with the police. No, man, I'm gonna be late for work, and then
Yeah.
you go to this one.
Yeah.
You
Then
get
you go
arrested anyway.
arrested and then you lose the job.
Yeah, it's not that deep, bro. It's
Not
not
a
that
reason,
deep,
you
bro.
gotta
Just
go
let the
for
police
it.
do what they're doing,
You know,
and then
sometimes they just let you go, man.
yeah, it's like, yeah.
a lot of
There's
women
reason with
as well. Like there's one Jake woman that used to basically work in the same company as me. She told me recently she got stopped and searched by a police officer, her car in it, because she was driving reckless, but she was drunk. And rather than just letting them just basically check the inside of the car, she started arguing.
Yeah.
Then they started breathalyzing her. Now she's going court because she was drink driving.
DUI.
You know what I mean?
You can't win, man. You can't win.
Yep.
They're just stupid, man. Jake could just.
You gotta
Hey,
understand we're not in our kingdom.
Sometimes you can't defend Jake. You know, it feels bad. But a lot of times you're like, you know what, Esau, you got this, man. You're right. That nigga ain't right. Man.
Jake like to put their own foot in their mouth.
Jake ain't right, man. It is what it is. So we're against Jake too.
Yeah, no, 2/3, definitely.
They ain't right, man.
Proverbs 4:7. Wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore,
Mm.
get wisdom, and with all that get understanding.
You have to apply wisdom. Jake don't have no wisdom. Jake just got emotions and rap lyrics, and that's how they live their life. You know what I mean? And that's why they're constantly effing up, because they have no wisdom, and it ain't helping. Because all the podcasts now,
Yeah.
they ain't getting no wisdom from the podcast. Because podcasts are all turned into entertainment anyway.
Yeah.
So people are just saying
Just
stupid,
views,
controversial
yeah.
shit, yeah. And that's what these youths are
Yeah.
hearing. They're not hearing. Really, only elderly man that knows shit should even be talking like that.
Yeah.
And then those people exist. There's old Jake that's been around. I was talking. Remember last week we were speaking about the undereducated.
Oh yeah. I remember the one. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
turns out, one of the Jakes I work with, the older Jake, he went to one of them Saturday schools, and he said at the time he didn't understand it.
Oh yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? So that generation, they know about all of this, and
Yeah.
the Jake that did all that are still here.
Con.
You know, you don't really see them getting invited on podcasts and
Yeah,
talking
yeah,
about
yeah,
how
yeah,
to set up
yeah.
education for your kids in Saturday school.
That's right.
Nah, but they'll get one of them nasty Lori or whatever, who I don't know the names,
Yeah.
some nasty weave,
Some
and she'll
ZZ
say,
knows or
I don't want to take no man's last name, and then it's just some mad flipping
Yeah.
conversation. It's like, who like,
Yeah.
Get
It's
some
all for
old.
it's all for clickbait, isn't it?
Mhm.
Yeah.
I want a guy to eat me out of my period. It's just some
Oh.
madness.
Yeah, no,
There's always some
oh.
craziness, bro.
Nonsense.
There's always some craziness, like.
Get some idiot like Young Spray. Yeah, but you know, let's bring up people the ops like fuck them,
Still
man.
getting
Like,
it. He's the most getting interviewed on most of the podcasts.
Yeah, because it's
nowadays.
just Jake just want entertainment,
Folly,
man.
yeah.
Folly, man. No wisdom. They don't want to learn.
Yeah. Fully set and great
Go on.
dignity.
You still got Jeremiah 5, right? We're
yeah,
gonna finish that.
go. Back in Jeremiah, the 5th chapter, verse 27, as a cage is full of birds, so are their houses full of deceit.
Deceit, liars, man. Jake are liars, thieves, scam artists, man. Big time scammers, man. That's the truth about a lot of our people. That's why you try and get you're in a catch-22 because you don't really want to be around the heathens, but you can't really be around Jake. You have to be extremely selective. You really got like, especially the ghetto Jake. You don't want to be around them. Period.
Yeah.
Thought
Yeah.
that.
Even in this truth,
Oh.
we also cast down not our pearls before the swine, man. Lord even warned us about niggas, man.
Yeah,
Niggas is
Beware of
pieces
niggas,
of shit, man.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, these Jakes out here, they ain't no love. You ain't gonna get no love around them Jakes. Trust me.
I remember even
You gotta
like,
be around. If anything, stay around professional Jakes.
yeah, no, real shit.
Shalom.
I even remember like when I, like in those council states, I remember like, you know, they used to do those like summer programs for Jakes when Labour was in charge, and you have football and all of that type of shit going on. I remember like all of the older Jakes like used to congregate around like them youth activities, and they'll be plucking young Jake out to get involved in fuckery. 1 minute a man's there, next he's gone all summer.
On the move.
See him the next winter. He's come out of jail for doing some stupid shit.
Yeah, boy. Jake,
know what I mean?
man. Jake,
Bro,
Jake.
holding drugs for like, and even
Yeah, it's always the
always-
innocent bystander
always-
as well.
Yeah,
One get involved.
Mhm.
Or the girl, you know,
Yeah.
the girl holds the straps for him.
it holds the straps,
know.
bro. Yeah, man. And
Yeah.
like, because Jake
Had
in
that
West
shit.
Africa,
Oh,
they
God,
know. I
precept.
remember them niggas trying to unmute. Like, hold that, little, hold,
That's why it's in
hold that.
Proverbs 1 and 10. If sin is enticed you, consent down
Yeah,
not.
yeah,
right?
yeah.
I remember
And
that.
that whole chapter goes into, you know, niggas getting together to do griminess,
Yeah.
being niggas, man.
Yeah.
And that's been happening since the ancient world.
Yeah,
This ain't
yeah.
nothing new, man. Gun crime, knife crime. Niggas been doing this shit since
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, it's
I was
just
shy,
sin.
but
bro.
that was
It's
sin.
just guns, sin, and knives. Sin.
Yeah.
I
That's why
remember.
the Lord said it in the scriptures, man. It's like Jake been doing this shit for a long time.
Yeah, man. It's wicked, man.
Bro. Yeah.
Selfish,
Gangs
greedy,
and all that
Yeah.
shit.
hateful little bastards, man.
Yeah.
Romans, the first chapter. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I remember like when I was a youth, when I moved, like,
Innit?
moved from West Africa. The first day we moved to the area, niggas are talking about, yeah, man, like if you're gonna live here, you gotta, you gotta, and
Yeah.
luckily, as well, like through the spirit, I never got involved in any of that bullshit. But then every single one of them now is pretty much off Asbo. Like there's one Jake, like same age as me, bro. Literally in front of Morrison's every day now, begging for a 50p change to go.
You
But he was,
Shit, that-
but,
yeah,
You would have
okay,
been better off staying in the village, man. Coming over here.
but back,
Got free set.
Even if it's those
Yeah.
impoverished and all that, you've been better off
Yeah.
staying over there, man.
Yeah,
Good preset on the
yeah,
whole
yeah.
podcast shit, man. So Sirach 19:22, the knowledge of wickedness is not wisdom, neither at any time the counsel of sin is prudence.
You know, exactly. You follow these guys, man. They're just gonna lead you down the wrong path, man.
Yeah.
They're gonna lead you down the wrong path, and that's how it goes, man. And it's all over the internet. And people are following these people, and it's just pure madness, man. You hear some of the stuff they say, you know, and people think they got it like, you know, fresh and fit. They want to follow these clowns. They just follow. They want to follow. You got drizzle, all this, you know, sprinkle, all kind of madness, man. Just follow the prophets, man.
Yeah.
The prophets have got the right ideas,
They're
man.
the true alpha males, man. That's what they're gonna come to find out anyway.
The scripture's got the keys to life.
You know, well, you know what?
You know?
Forget all that alpha male stuff. It's
No, but
BS.
I'm
But you know what? Forget all that alpha male garbage. Just be a man.
Just be a man, yeah.
Just be a man. What's this? All this alpha male, beta male,
Apex-
C male? Shut up, man.
Apex predators and all that.
You gotta beware a guy that's talking all that alpha male garbage,
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
They do this thing. The Bible don't say nothing about no alpha male. Just be a man.
Tells
So,
you to
there's
gird up
men
your-
on different levels.
yeah.
There's men that follow other men.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm
to gird
saying?
up.
Like,
Tells you to gird up your loins.
Oh,
you know what I mean? Just don't be a dick sucker, man. You know what I'm saying? Don't be a sucker. But be a man. Isn't it not enough to be a man?
no, yeah.
Yeah, you can.
What's wrong with just being a man? Oh, alpha man. What is that anyway?
I was just saying that the real alphas,
Yeah, I know what you were
according to the
saying.
scriptures,
What is-
are the men of the Lord, like the prophets. They're the real sort of standard of being a man. You know what I'm saying?
Just
Because
be a
even
man.
before we came into this truth, it
Well,
was,
being spiritual is the
Yeah.
highest level.
yeah,
You know
just
what I'm
be-
saying?
because even before we came
Because
into
an alpha
this
male
truth,
especially is somewhat carnal and
The
big
alpha
and-
male is just an ego. It's just
Yeah.
that something you could
it's
that
ego,
man
it's
say
ego, it's
Yeah.
ego.
to
Oh.
drive. But real man that's on that level don't call himself alpha man.
Yeah.
It's the man them that's trying to sell you their little training
Yeah.
program.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
don't you
yeah,
want to be
yeah,
an
yeah,
alpha
yeah,
male?
yeah, yeah.
And then the guy's like, oh, that sounds nice.
Yeah.
I want to be no, just be a man.
Yeah.
What the fuck is with alpha
Good
male?
enough to
Yeah.
We're
say,
not
man.
we're not wolves.
But to back you, that's
Then they
what,
want to talk about a pack of alpha males, bro. That's not even that doesn't even
yeah,
happen.
yeah, yeah,
So are we
yeah.
talking about Animal Kingdom? We have the one alpha.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Shut up, man.
Yeah. I was gonna say,
yeah, how shout to alpha man.
Yeah,
And the Omega. And the Omega.
That's the standard of manhood right there.
Alpha
Man
and
that
Omega.
committed no sin.
I was
Sick, man.
just on the point.
But we follow Yahweh Shai. That's
That's it.
Yeah,
He's an
that's it.
old man on the earth that
Yeah.
we're supposed to follow, man.
That's
The
it.
King of Kings and Lord of Lords. There's no one
Yeah.
greater.
What did King David do when he was in the way? Right, he acted mad. He was like, "Look, in this situation, I'm gonna act mad to this because it was at that point I was a better thing. I was wisdom
Yeah, okay,
in
Abraham,
that
when-
particular
And he was humble
situation.
to Saul as well.
Yeah,
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 And
yeah,
when that
yeah.
guy was talking shit to him when he was cast
Yeah,
out of
yeah,
Zeus,
he's
he was
humble.
like, "That's
Yeah.
allow him, innit?"
Humblest king, bro.
Abraham
Yeah,
with
so
Sarah
there's-
and that when
there's
he went
times
to
for these
Egypt.
things.
And then the Pharaoh wanted to get Sarah. He didn't start bucking up, saying, "Fuck that! Like you ain't gonna touch my like."
Just be a man. Be a good man. That's all right. Like you ain't gotta go trying to be extra. Or,
Yeah.
Like just be a man. That's all right.
Yeah,
There's
it's
nothing
enough.
wrong with that.
It's
Like
more than enough.
It says, it
trying to
says,
sell you a fucking how to be an alpha.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Package,
Guide package, innit? Yeah, do these trades.
Well, that's the thing with the animal kingdom. You're born at alpha, right? You just
Yeah.
you inherently have those things in it. You can't just become one.
They
Like,
got
it
it
doesn't
from
work
the
that
animal
way.
world, anyway.
Yeah,
with
that's
that
what I'm
alpha
saying.
to
You
apex,
can't become
man.
one. You have a born
You
one.
got it
You
from
have
the
those
animal,
traits
yeah.
in it.
Whatever, man.
People know how to
As,
turn
uh,
things into a money scheme. innit?
Yeah.
That's all it is.
as the cage is full of birds, so that are their houses full of deceit. Therefore they are become great and waxing rich.
Yep, that's it. That's all these jakes that elevate themselves in this world to that level. All it really is, there you can know that they're full of deceit and full of fakery. Are true.
Yeah.
A lot of men are fake image is what they
Mhm.
have.
Yeah.
They're not really who they are, who they present to the people. They're not real. It's all fake, man.
Even in the church as well, that prosperity doctrine.
Oh, you saw what happened with that pastor the other day
Wow.
that was molesting all them people. Because
Yeah.
guess what? They know that being a pastor is the road to riches, especially if you're from West Africa.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah, man, that tell you that.
Yeah, man, they're not Nigerian pastors, bro.
Open your own church.
But then behind closed doors, they're doing a different thing. They know how to put on an image, just like anyone, like a politician.
Mhm.
It's all about being fake, man, a fake individual. That's not real. And they dress it up. That's why they put on like the jewels and all that. That's why
Yeah,
niggas
yeah,
are running
yeah,
around.
yeah.
Any nigga you see dousing themselves in diamonds and jewels, that dude
Fake
hiding
nigga.
who he really is.
It's
He
fake
just
nigga.
try
kind of like witchcraft, man. They could use it as glamour
It is
glamour, yeah.
to you know beguile the people, man. You know,
to make them think that because you see
God must be
that
doing
you
this,
think,
man.
oh, this is a great
Cain is
person.
godly.
Just well, but like these celebrities, they're the lowest low lives,
Scum.
but they got all the glamour.
in the cameras,
yeah.
you know,
As soon as the
grins
cameras are
and,
off.
you know, yeah, that's it, man.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're bare crack. They
Yeah.
got every STD under the sun. They just fucked
yeah.
up. Jeez.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Scum, real nasty, low level scum, man.
Says they
Oh yeah, we don't know
They are-
snitching. They act like they got some kind of moral code. They ain't got no moral code, man. All these gang niggas are snitches, man.
All of them.
No,
Leader.
I just-
They usually it's the leader, the gang leader that's cooperating with the cops anyway, man.
Then you find out like they leaked the documents later. This whole time, man, we're chatting all this. Hey, the 6ix9ine did the right thing, man.
Yeah,
6ix9ine did
he
the
just
right
opened
thing,
he just
man.
opened the door
Nah,
to show
fuck
you
these niggas,
that
man.
all these gang niggas are infiltrated anyway. They're all CIA, they work for the government and all that. They're all operatives, man.
Get all that, man.
Man, they've been doing that since the Black Panthers, man.
Oh,
Ain't nothing new.
there's a video out there. I was gonna do a video on it, with P Diddy talking about I'm just here to help the black community.
Yeah,
Bro,
we know,
he was
we
chatting
know.
a whole bunch of the black race, and
Yeah, we know.
man was talking like he was a savior.
Yeah, when the CV happened and then they were talking about getting Jake first, he was talking about, nah, man, we got to monopolize and communicate.
Bro, give them Negroes their publishing, bro. Like, bro,
Innit?
literally every artist that's
bro.
worked for
Yeah.
you is broke and dying, yeah. And you're sitting up there talking about the
Yeah.
black race.
The Locks was the only one that
You can't
escaped.
even save
The
your
rest of them-
artists, bro. This is what I mean about the fakery.
Yeah.
How can you, good conscience, stand there and speak like that, man? Man should be stoned for. Huh?
Because
Man should just-
man's of the devil.
He's the
That's,
devil,
that's,
man.
that's
He's
it.
the
man.
But that's
Black
what he
devil.
just said. Their
Yeah.
houses are full of deceit.
Those two bad.
Black
those
people.
two,
I
guys
love
that used
black
to
people.
hold-
How can you
yeah,
love black
yeah,
people
yeah,
and
yeah.
you're
robbing
just
them.
basically robbing and oppressing and pimping out Negroes from the ends, taking their publishing and getting rich for yourself.
Yeah, man. Or setting up man to get killed and then get rich off the back of
Because
his.
P Diddy ain't released no music for a long time. But he's
Yeah,
getting richer
yeah,
though.
yeah.
You know,
He gets
so
rich off his artists.
that's what
yeah.
I'm saying. That's
Yeah.
what I'm
But
saying.
he's giving the
Since Biggie,
speech.
man.
Where's the work he's doing? He ain't doing no work no
Nah.
more. He's
He
he's
doesn't write his
doing
own
it.
songs.
Yeah, that's what
Since
I'm saying.
Biggie, he's been making that money.
See, like Ryan Garcia talking about Jesus.
Last bit,
Yeah.
it says they are waxing fat, they shine, they overpass the deeds of the wicked.
They overpass the deeds of the wicked, man. These Jakes are wicked. Cartel, P Diddy,
Yeah.
Jay-Z, all these dudes are wicked as all hell.
Yeah.
They're wicked as all hell.
Oh shit.
You know what I'm saying? And we don't worship or look up to none of these Negroes, man.
50 cents, all of them.
Because they're of the world, man.
Oh yeah, 50.
Yeah,
Bear
he's
Jake
another
died
one.
over his music back in
He's
the day,
another
like
one, bro.
He's another one that people think he's not part of it.
Come on,
50's a batty man too.
Straight, man.
Yeah.
All batty, man.
his mom was, and
Getting
then,
with them TV companies and like big production.
Yeah,
Come on,
they
man,
don't
you
give you all
now
that
he's
for
got
free.
his, now he's got his own studio, like my man, Tyler
Yeah,
Perry and all that.
Listen,
Come on, man.
the J-double-O ain't giving you all that without taking
Yeah.
a piece of you.
Yeah,
Because at the end of the day, there's always another Negro.
yeah.
yeah.
Jake is an unfathomable
Resource.
well of
Resources,
talent.
Yeah.
And if you don't know that, you ain't been around Jake.
Real shit.
There's niggas on the street that's nitties.
Mm.
But I remember one time,
Talented.
this one woman just came into the. I was chilling in the station. She looked messed up,
Run down.
bro. She started singing, bro.
Son,
I'm trying to get my phone out to record, bro. I ain't even on that shit, bro. The soul in her voice. She started singing, lifted up her voice. I'm like, oh shit, what's going on here?
different.
And then she just stopped and then just walked out. You think Jake is you think 50 is special? None of these guys are really that special. Where you could find a
There's
50,
million of them.
there's a million other 50s. Jake,
100%.
there's Jake you I work with that could just chat and man talking, you're just busting up. You're just laughing. There's a lot of funny Jakes out there that just talking and got you. You know what I'm saying? It's so they could be, okay, we want him, or okay, forget him. We could take him.
Just pick of the choice.
Yeah,
Yeah, pick of the middle.
Singing and rapping. Even when an Indian guy said to me one time, he's like, "Yo, you know your people, man. It's funny because it seems like all of you can rap."
You don't say.
And
Duh.
even 50 Cent admitted it. He was saying like the only ones that make it in industry is damaged individuals
Yeah,
like himself. Because
yeah.
like him, Jay-Z, and there's other artists that like the common trend where their mothers were dykes and like they sold drugs and
Because there's something to exploit there.
Yeah,
You
man.
saw this
Something
to exploit
Look at this guy,
certain issues. Man.
Central C.
Yeah.
Man's over there. Man in America now think he's like a sick rapper from the UK. Central C ain't on no level, man.
No one, bro.
you know,
So how did he get that position? When we know we grew up with man that are
spit,
way
man.
more lyrical and
Yeah.
but them guys for some reason they're not at the top of anything.
Yep. Yep.
yeah,
So they
But
got-
then
Couldn't
you
be
get these
compromised.
random dons like Stormzy that just end up flying up there or
industry
and
planters.
calling themselves the king of this, king of that. But on the street level, man's like, bro, this guy
But
ain't.
this is the thing. Another thing about the industry is like they should be flooded full of Jake because they can all do it.
Yeah.
Why
Yeah,
is
but
it
they
only
get
the
picked.
few names that
They
we hear all the
initiate-
time?
yeah,
Because
they
the,
you know?
they pick and choose who they want to
Exactly.
put up, and then the
So
same way
now they're gonna rotate somebody else in.
they could take you out
Yeah,
and
that's
put in Central C
Yeah.
or H. This guy, oh he ain't,
H in
or whatever the hell
yeah,
that
There's
nigga name
Bear
is.
Jake making music.
Bro,
man, you know?
Devlin's better than him. Come on,
Yeah, definitely. He's
Devlin's
in the right
been
way.
better than all these dudes.
But you'll never get on that because Devlin never took it to that next level.
Yeah.
He ain't
Obvious that he
shining. He ain't shining off them rods.
Yeah,
man.
he never got
Them
on that
gay
fast
R and
track.
R's that's
Yeah.
gonna put their hand on your leg.
Yeah, he's not on all that.
Like like Westwood, Tim Westwood.
Yeah.
He was a gatekeeper. He was a
Westwood.
gatekeeper.
Yep.
He was the gatekeeper for the UK. That's why he used to bring
Yeah,
for them
guys.
American artists.
Yeah.
Charlie
Oh!
Scott's the new one now as well.
It's fire.
Yeah.
In the
It was always just weird.
He was
bro.
the way- he was the
Weirdo,
way-
bro. I hate
And there was all stories coming out on him as well. Like I remember when I was in college and girls were saying,
But
yeah,
no, he got done.
yeah, no, he got done
yeah,
eventually.
yeah, he
But
got
there was stories back in the day, even like, but nothing ever
Yeah.
got done. Like, but he was hanging around with little girls,
Bro.
young girls.
bro.
You get caught with
Yeah.
young girls.
Yeah,
Now he
You
got
know?
a Caribbean cooking show. Like, also.
coming with that
man.
fire.
Because
Shut up.
he's obviously of that ilk of them
Yeah,
J
he
double
was.
O's.
He was
That's why
one.
they let him
He
do
probably
his
is
thing.
one.
No, he is.
He looks
That's why
like
they
one.
let him do his thing for that all them
Skinny.
time.
Go on,
Yeah, man, real shit. It says
Yeah.
yet they prosper and the right of the needy. Do they not? Do they not judge?
Yeah, they don't really care about other Jake. These Jake that get up in them positions don't care about their people. They're not of the people. They're of themselves. That's why they are where they are. And then so Esau knows, okay, I could get them to do whatever I want. And as long as I slap some crumbs, they'll promote whatever. That's why they all promoted the seating.
Yep.
Juvenile.
With hey, make sure you go take that seat.
Yep.
Make sure you take it.
Yep.
They ain't got no integrity. A real man be like, nah, man, I can't tell my people to take that shit. Like, allow that. Nah, these men will be like, what? Man, okay.
Well, that's when the threats coming over. We have to take this from you. We want to take that from you. You
Get
know.
some more money.
And then they want that 100K deal, that
Yeah,
another
they're
deal.
gonna get it.
So they're all about self-preservation and self-elevation. And Esau always keeps them on that tip
Yeah.
pause. So they always need to stay relevant.
Yeah.
Because the thing is about these entertainers, like, they don't really earn as much as what people think.
Yeah.
A lot of their life is smoke and mirrors. They
Yeah.
need to keep
Touring.
earning income to maintain their lifestyle, or they go right back down where they came from.
Oh, the TLC interview.
Yep.
They was just like, oh, you lot went triple platinum. Like, how you all broke? And it's like, well, the publishers took money.
Triple
They
Platinum
took
came
that
out,
money.
she's like, fuck it, I'm just
Yeah.
gonna tell you.
Bro,
straight.
triple platinum is at 3 million or something, isn't it?
No,
But platinum is 1 million records sold,
Yeah,
right?
right.
All right, and them records were selling for like
They
what,
went
12,
diamond and
for
shit, man.
$10, $12.
Yeah.
So that's 30 million off the back. Once you take like marketing out of that and that, bro, them lot should have been millionaires.
Yeah.
They said
Well,
they
What
got,
are you
a couple,
talking
they
about?
got a couple thousand between them.
Triple platinum plus show money?
Yeah.
But that
Jimmy-
entertainment industry is
Yeah.
like, what have you done for me lately? You
Yeah.
need to keep getting jobs. It's not enough to have that one movie. You need to keep doing movies,
Yeah.
keep going and keep preparing, so that's how they get you, because they cut you off. You're going right back to flipping obscurity, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Even
Because
like-
that's why they were hurt over the CV, because a lot of their money comes from like
Shows.
sales on the shows, like
Merchandise.
merch at shows and stuff.
Mhm.
You know, but even to do the show, right? I mean, it ain't cheap. So we can't just go and say, O2 Arena, we want
You
this.
have to put money down.
Got to put money down, then obviously got to deal with the security aspects of the funneling of people in and out of the venue. Someone's got to pay for that. Then you got to insure it, right? In case something happens, in case you get sick, then it's like, well, these people need their money back for the tickets and all of that shit.
Yeah, it's mad, man. This thing, it's a trap, really. They put you in a
Yeah.
trap,
Yeah.
and then that's how they get these people on the hook, man. And that's why they'll end up on I'm a celebrity
Yeah,
yeah.
Eating
they're,
donkey
because
dick.
they're close to being broke, so they
Yeah.
need to get
Or
back in
Big
the.
Brother
I need
or
to get my
something,
name
yeah.
back out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, real shit.
Love
know?
Island.
Or they'll get
maybe get a few
involved.
TV shows, you know, be on a
Yeah.
program or something.
Now it's
It's sad.
podcasts. Now it's podcasts.
Yeah,
It's the
podcast.
only way
whatever
they can
the
make
case may
money
be,
now.
yeah.
They're going on Big Brother on there looking crazy.
Yeah.
Yo, my nigga.
Yeah,
Like, my man,
yeah.
what's his name? George Calloway.
Yo,
Yeah.
that
Down, acting like he was a cat licking milk and all that.
Oh yeah,
Oh, that's
Oh,
crazy.
Making
hell,
him mad
man.
shit, bro.
Mad.
Yeah.
And you have to do
That's
it.
what- yeah, man.
Just to get a little bit of that fame.
Yeah.
Sad
It's
as
humiliation,
fuck,
isn't it?
Listen,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
alright. I'll do my job, man.
That's it.
Ain't gonna worry
That's
about
it.
all that, but you ain't gonna see me eating no donkey dick, man.
That's
Oh,
crazy.
man.
Oh, shit.
That's
Go on,
get me out of
Yeah,
here.
it was, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Sticking my head in some spiders, blood. Are you
Yeah,
mad?
yeah.
Like, fuck all
Fuck
that.
that. It was would you call it that artist Macklemore? He had a song about Jimmy Iovine specifically.
He was a flamer as well, that Mac.
Yeah, it was a flame. It was,
Jimmy
yeah.
Iovine, blood.
But Jimmy Iovine, because it's them rats at the top that control over it. And he was in one of his lyrics or in the song called Jimmy Iovine, it says basically manager gets 20, booking agent gets 10. So shit, after taxes, you and Ryan have 7% to split between two people.
Yeah, because you know what I didn't know as well? The manager is getting paid out of after the tax, I think.
Right.
Probably get everything.
So you get taxed, then you pay your manager. I don't think you don't pay the out of the so you
Some
when you
gross.
get the sum, you pay and then you get. It's just mad, man.
You
It's
don't
just
get
mad.
nothing, basically.
It's not what people think. The whole entertainment industry is more glitz and glamour than it is the reality of how much money are they really earning. Like to be living. There's only a few of them like Beyonce and Jay-Z that you can say are really on that high level, but there's only a few of them. Most of them are like got a few nice things and that's about
It's
it. Like.
materialism, like, but not really no tangible like wealth.
It's
Material.
crazy, man. Even these footballers, that's why a lot of them, man, they get paid for football and they're dying to get that Sky Sports. But even all that is an in thing. There's a reason Gary Neville is on Sky Sports, and it's been known for a long time. Gary Neville's dad was a Mason. That's the only reason he look, bro.
Of course.
Right back in the world. Should he be playing for Man United? I don't care what none of you people say. Should Gary Neville have been right back for Man
There were
United?
so many that they could have had. That was bad.
no.
When you really think about Gary Neville as a right back, you're thinking he's a placeholder. He was just decent. Like, what was
He's a
he
squad
actually
player,
that good? What was he that good at?
He wasn't.
Well, he was first team.
Yeah.
All the time.
You can look at Scholes, you could Giggsy. You're like, yeah, them man there. Real Madrid would Real Madrid have bought Gary Neville? No. Manager saying his dad was a Mason, so that's why he was in that position. And ain't it funny? He went from that, got some random manager jobs in Spain, failed, straight onto Sky Sports.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's all
Oh.
initiation.
Because that Sky Sports thing is all a little inting, and you can tell the guys that's there because they're just giving you a little bit of play, and the guy that's there that they'll never get rid of. And Gary's one of them. But you can look at Micah Richards and see that they got him there and they could entertain him, but they could get.
Yeah,
But
he's just a
Gary,
funny
he
nigga,
like he lives there now because he's part of the
Yeah.
footballing insiders club.
Yeah, so it's
You know?
sort of like how Lampard failed with the championship team and then got Chelsea.
It's a boys jobs for the boys.
Yeah.
That's what football is. Football is just
Yeah.
there's a fraternity,
Yeah.
and that fraternity does involve
Yeah,
funny
all of that.
business too.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
why
it
a lot of them
involves funny
footballers are
business.
coming out saying that they're,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're playing for another team. now.
100%.
And a lot of money laundering.
Yeah.
There's a great Al Jazeera documentary called The Men Who Run Football, and just goes show you how there's a lot
So,
of money
yeah, yeah, yeah.
laundering.
Oh, what's that
business,
guy?
big business,
Lex,
big business.
the FIFA guy.
Oh,
the heads and all that, yeah.
Slep Blatter
Slep
or
Blatter,
Platter
yeah.
or whatever his
Yeah,
name
yeah,
is. man.
yeah.
Yeah.
It is that. Don't think that it's not in football either.
Yeah.
And then if you're not in the right thing, you don't suck off the right person. Just look at Andy Cole. Look at Andy Cole and how they treated him.
He's supposed to be like Ian Wright. You know, like Ian.
Andy Cole's a real. I think he scored more than Ian Wright. I'm sure.
Yeah, but he's supposed to be like on the same level.
Because
as
Andy
they-
Cole's the fourth
Yeah.
highest in
Yeah, he
the
was a
in
top
Premier
guy. He was
League.
a top guy.
And he ain't. But you know Andy Cole ain't trying to suck no dick, blood.
That's what it is.
Anyway, go on,
What's
man.
Ian been doing then? So,
Oh, Ian, Uncle Righty. Uncle Righty looks fruity as hell.
playing that game.
But they have to. A lot of them, they spend all their money, and now they're looking for a way to get some
To
income.
hold on to it.
True.
Good.
It's true.
I had this from before. It says John 8:44 says, "Ye are of your father the devil, and the lust of your father ye will do. He was a murderer from the beginning, and abode not in the truth, because there is no truth in him."
And this was talking about Jake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of you,
Jake,
Jake,
yeah.
are of your father the devil. You do wicked, evil shit.
Yeah.
All day, every day, man. Wicked, evil shit. Jake, the other time, Jake could kill. There was one Jake killed his mother for the life for the life insurance, man. You see, you can't trust Jake. Jake are killing people all the time for life insurance, for flipping over inheritance money, man. Jake a bunch of murderers too. Jake be murderous, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. And-
Even in the truth as well, you got guys.
Yeah.
You know, it's coming out. You know, certain guys. You know, the sick Aries and all these different guys, the Alizés, real scum of the earth type low life people, man. They
Yeah.
act like they're for the Lord and they're for these people.
But they just monetize in the ministry.
Yeah, man. They're low lives, man.
They're doing in the ministry what they wanted to do in the world because it's safer here.
Yeah.
Them man couldn't hack it on the streets.
It's really
So they're
like,
trying to do that. They're trying to do that what they wouldn't wanted to do on the streets.
yeah, trying to
but
bring that
use the
gang life
ministry.
into the truth.
Yeah, they want to be the big man in the truth, but they're gonna be found out.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, the Spirit of the Lord is gonna raise up against them, man.
It's been revealed, man.
But these are monetizing the people. That's really what they're all about. Monetize and glamorize
Yeah.
and put yourself in a position, man. You know,
It's foul, man.
wicked ass niggas, man.
But that's what you're gonna come to find out. Not every brother's a brother, man. You know
No,
what I'm
man.
saying? You gotta be careful out here, man.
Niggas is selfish, man. But
Yeah.
that's why the majority of our people are gonna be destroyed.
Yeah.
You know.
I had this from earlier. Jeremiah 4 verse 22 says, "For my people is foolish; they have not known me. They are his children. They have none understanding. They are
Yeah, you
wise
read
to
it,
do
you read it,
evil."
yeah,
Ready?
yeah.
Yeah.
No, but carry,
Spirit,
finish it,
spirit,
finish it,
Lord,
finish it.
spirit.
They're wise. Go.
They are wise to do evil, but to do good they have no knowledge.
They don't want to know how to do the right thing. That's why when the prophets come out and we're saying this is how things should be done, they ignore us or they cast us down. But let Jay-Z or P. Diddy come out and say
Yeah.
something, they'll listen to him.
Definitely.
They'll listen to him. They'll listen to Cardi B. They'll literally listen to them and operate their life based upon what these people are
Yeah.
saying.
Yep.
As crazy as that sounds, they will
Yeah.
operate their life. If Kim Kardashian comes out,
Remember Dave
Kim
Chappelle,
Kardashian
bro.
has copied.
Dave
She's
Chappelle,
cloned
bro.
herself in the world because people listen to what they say and do what they're telling them to do.
Yeah.
When it was,
That's it.
And this is an individual whose mother orchestrated a sex tape and reviewed the sex tape.
Not just one, couple of them as
Yeah,
well.
that's what I'm saying. She picked which one to release.
Mm.
That's crazy.
Your own daughter.
Now imagine if it was a father that did that. They'll be
9/11.
going mad. Like, hold on, bro, how could your mother be reviewing your sex tape for release, man? That is crazy. And it just came out, and people pretended like it never happened. People are still Disney. They're on Disney.
Yeah.
The Kardashians are on Disney.
Yeah.
The mother reviewed the sex tape.
Mm.
How scandalous is that?
Yeah.
It doesn't get what.
That's against the law. The Testament says you're
She
not supposed
sat
to
there, bro.
see another
She
one's
sat
dick in it.
there, bro.
Yeah.
She sat there
for hours
and watched
on
her
it.
daughter getting smashed.
Mm.
She had to watch 3 versions of it
Hell,
He said, yeah, this is the best one.
and said, yeah. Take that.
Oh shit. Yeah, she's the original.
Bro!
She's a Diddy as
And
well.
that doesn't tell you what this whole situation is really nothing more than a bunch of prostitution and pimping going on. Same thing in the model industry.
Yeah.
Remember when I was growing up, every Negro wanted to be a model. Well, you know what modeling is, right?
Mhm.
It's just
Prostitution.
prostitution.
Yeah.
It's a sick world. Just
It
go
came
get a
out.
normal job.
It came out. A lot of them models. They went to Miami and all that. Some of them ended up in Epstein's Island, man.
Of course. Just like the actress industry, all them girls go to Hollywood to be an actor.
Mm.
Most of them just end up in porn.
Yeah.
They end up being turned out and
Mhm.
put into porn.
Getting, get travelled in tunnels and all that.
Drugged
Proverb,
out, and then when they're finished with them, they have a OD.
Yeah.
They OD. They got a very high suicide rate.
Real quick. I wouldn't be surprised. That
An
was
OD.
Not themselves up.
Proverb 14 and 18.
By the way, the JOO runs both
Yeah,
those things.
All them industries.
The Hollywood and the porn industries ran in LA, and
Yeah,
most of
California.
those porn companies are all part of a big conglomerate of
Oh.
porn, and it's run by the JOOs. By the way, if you didn't know that,
Thingy, what's the name of that?
This is Proverb 14 and 18. The simple inherit folly, but the prudent are crowned with knowledge.
the prudent meaning you got to analyze if you were to introduce something into your culture, what is the end? What is the product? Like, where is it going?
Mm.
Oh yeah, it's
Long
fun
term.
and it's no. Where is the end? That's what prudence is. If I do something today,
How
even
would it
when you
affect?
do remember when we used to have Mr. Murray like in business studies?
Mhm.
He said if you only write the essay, you got to do short term and long term.
Mhm.
That's how you do business. You do business. What is the short term benefits and costs? What is the long term benefits and costs? You can't just look at the short term.
Yep.
Because obviously the short term might be good, but the long term might mean destruction. That's prudent. Prudent. You look well. You're looking into things. You're looking at the details.
Yeah.
Jake has a culture that is going to be hot fallout in 30 years, man, and they just don't care. They don't think about it. Yeah, let's just run with it for now because it's all good and fun and games.
Short term thing, innit?
And then 30 years later, like, oh man, this is fucked up. Like, why it like this? It's the white man. You know what I mean, bro?
Well, like you said earlier, self-destructive, man. Jake
Oh,
is
these
self-destructive.
youths nowadays, they're your youths. They came from you.
They learned from
They,
us, yeah.
your products, man.
Yeah.
What, you ain't got no hand in that?
That's why they even say this generation that they got now is the worst generation, but it came from the
It came
previous
from the previous generation, man.
man. Of the generates back then.
Yeah.
The niggas back then, man.
Because you allowed slackness
Yep.
to creep in.
Yeah.
And you didn't fight against it. You embraced it.
Yeah.
And you thought it was going to be cute.
Now, yeah, look what you got.
But now look what happens, man. It grows. It
Yes,
mutates.
Yeah. That's basically what it is, a mutation.
It grows like mold. You know what I'm saying? Look, is that it on that?
Yeah.
No, Ricardo, you had something.
What was it?
That was that one, that was-
We still had Jeremiah
Brothers
23 as
read-
well.
Brothers
Yeah.
Finished.
You got something? Okay.
Oh,
what
It
did
was
you-
just the
you wanted to
casting
read
couch.
something?
Just a
Oh,
quick
right.
thing.
Okay, yeah. You can get the
Oh.
casting couch.
Again, Matthew 16.
Hey, the casting couch is
Well,
even in
so
the
that's
business
all.
world.
So,
Yeah.
so,
The business world has the same thing going on. That's why certain men can't get up above certain places. And it's man and woman. Don't think it's just women. Listen, don't think it's just women that be bending over.
Yeah.
Because a lot of these men are fish.
Yeah.
Even in the business world, there's a certain level you get to. They want to see you compromise yourself. They want to see you snorting cocaine. They want to see you. They'll make you
It's
do.
always that thing of how bad you want it.
Yeah.
You know, how hard you willing to work. for
Because
it,
in a
you know?
in the industry, in a world where it's dirty, they don't want clean people around. Clean people are dangerous.
They fuck up your shit.
They'll fuck your shit up, man, because they're gonna start squealing. You want everybody to be dirty. That's why when the gang will make you go do a crime to
Yeah.
bring you into the gang. Because
But
like,
now-
okay,
now they can trust you in the kind
because
of
you're
way.
dirty
You're
as
guilty by
well.
association.
Yeah.
They ain't gonna bring you. It's like the police. Let's talk about Nate for a second. The reality of this is this: the police. Not every police is on the inside. There are police that are just in the police. They're like
Doing their
They
nine to
genuinely
five.
There's levels. There's levels.
yeah, they wanna
They genuinely think they're doing good. For
they
the
wanna
community.
arrest the drug dealers and all that,
Community.
and that's fine. But as you get higher and higher,
Ranks, yeah.
if you want to control who they arrest and who they don't arrest, you need to control those people. You don't necessarily need to control the little dickhead that's on the beat. You need to control the detective level, the superintendent level,
Mhm.
the district attorney that is going to decide whether a
Yeah,
case
goes to
Yeah.
gets
trial.
prosecuted or not. The DA. That's who you control.
Mhm.
And
You
the
gotta
judge-
have
and the
them
ju- and
detectives.
the judges.
And the judges. And then you might not have all of them dirty, but you need to have the ones that are
Majority,
dirty so that you know, okay, there's a case coming up. We need it to go this way.
I'm gonna throw it to this
We
guy.
can't have this judge because this guy here, you know, he's not,
He's
he's
not,
not
in,
clean.
he's not initiated.
But this guy here, he been sniffing that cocaine off that baby's ass. So
We got the deep.
we
We got
gonna
the
put him
files.
in.
We got the files.
we need someone to be what's it called? What's the assistant? What's the thing called again? President, vice president.
Vice President, VP.
You don't pick. Listen, you don't pick someone clean to go
Nah,
into
sure,
VP.
someone
They
dirty.
could see some shit and start
Yeah,
squealing
yeah,
like
yeah,
a pig.
yeah, yeah.
Hey, ain't we got that hole? Ain't we got that hole from
Kamala-
LA?
Kamala Harris.
Yeah, we got that hole from LA. She been doing dirt the whole time. We got her in the pocket. She been letting all the pedophiles go. 'Cause that's how they get away with it. When the case comes down on someone, they sneak
Yeah.
that onto the side. Oh, Kamala, don't worry, we got a job for you.
Mhm.
Because they know they could trust her in that position
She's dirty.
because she's compromised.
Mhm.
So when you look at Nate, and I'm not saying 100%, I see that Nate's compromised, but being a detective in the police force, it's a high rank, and
That's why
that's
that-
where they compromise the most.
Yeah.
They get something on you, so that On that day when they need you to turn a blind eye to that pedophile ring that's actually being an actual, because you see these videos where they're catching these pedophiles. The pedophiles they're catching is like the freelance dudes,
Not the
Yeah.
major one.
not the Epsteins and that.
Yeah, not the
Yeah.
Rothschild.
Not the system.
But if they
Yeah,
did catch the
yeah.
Epstein, then the phone call will come in. Yo, you see that case?
It would drop that
You
down.
need to just let that go.
Yeah.
What would you mean? Listen, it's in your best interest.
Yeah.
Let that go.
Oh, it'll be. Oh, your daughter goes to this school, doesn't she?
Gotta let them go. So when you're telling me Nate's a New York detective, that rings alarm bells because they like to get guys in those positions that they can control. So they usually have dirt on them. I'm just saying.
Yeah, but it came out years later, like he's done some skullduggery,
Yeah,
even
yeah,
against
yeah.
Jake. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
he's been a dirty cop. He's been
Yeah.
playing dirty.
You
man.
can't trust it. You can't trust them, there, man.
Training
So
days.
all the areas of this world have their little in thing and their little insider thing,
Yeah,
right? That's why you gotta just keep your integrity and understand that your merit isn't always gonna bring you to the top. Sometimes you have to be willing to stay in the middle, because sometimes getting to the top is gonna mean that you
Just
gotta
be-
compromise yourself.
Just be content, man.
Yeah.
That's will also be content with food and raiment.
A lot of men get their wife banged for the position.
Yeah,
Trust
yeah,
me.
yeah.
Or the boss invite the
Or your
boss around.
daughters, you have to give out your daughters.
Yeah.
and all that.
Oh, they show you that in fucking what was that thing with Arnold Schwarzenegger?
In the days.
End of Days,
Oh,
man.
yeah.
Hey, well look at Will Smith and his children, man.
Yeah, he definitely gave them.
And when was it Cameron? When he went to the White House, they asked him, well, what do you remember most about the White House? He said, Obama's daughter's bedrooms. They were so clean. I'm like, bro, what kind of thing is that to say? You've been in the White House and the one thing you remember the most is man's daughter's bedroom.
What was you doing in that?
Crazy. The movie Training Day was a good example of that still as well.
Yeah, they got him dirty. That's why they made him take that hit of crack.
Yeah.
Because he needed him dirty.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, that's how it works, man. Compromise, man.
But yeah, real quick, I'll skim through it. This is from the Metro.
Hey, that's why in this truth, you got to be careful because they might try to compromise you.
Yeah,
Yes,
there's a lot
They
of
try
guys.
to compromise you, man. You some bitch comes along and she all up on your dick, and you next thing you know she's like 14 or something, man.
Yeah.
And they'll have that shit on you, man. Oh, don't worry, you work for us now.
But there's a lot of guys in Israel. You're gonna come to find out that
Yeah, they're compromised, man. They've done some stupid shit. Maybe they sold some crack while they're in the truth, and they caught them.
Compromised.
It's like, listen, you could get 10 years for this crack, or you could keep doing that Hebrew stuff. And you know,
Give
so
us some intel.
you can't trust niggas, man. Like, you know,
Intel, bro.
some niggas is easy to get compromised because what? They feed on your lust.
Yeah.
That's why you gotta keep your lust under control.
Oh,
Because that's what
mortify thy
Esau
members.
does. Mortify your members, because Esau knows how to get a nigga through their lust.
Yep.
Precept. Second Galatians chapter 2 verse 4. And that because of false brethren unawares brought in, who came in privily to spy out our liberty,
Exactly.
which we have in Yahushua Mashiach, that they might bring us into bondage.
There you go.
Yeah.
So the elders have been saying that there's guys that come in that they were compromised before they even got in.
Yeah, it was set up.
But we know, in a long way, we're not really worried about them
No.
because they can't defeat this thing anyway.
No, they got their part to
They're
play.
just playing it exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They can't defeat this thing, but it happens, man. Because Esau knows how to compromise a Negro. Trust me.
That's it.
You know, they show you that in The Wire. You know, they catch them niggas slipping and send them back out there, man. You work for us now.
They did the same thing with the Rick Ross, man, in Snowfall.
Yeah.
That's why he was working for the government, man.
Yeah,
And they had him tied, man.
Yeah,
So
it's
he had to
funny
do
that
what
this
he had to
Diddy
do what he
video
did.
just got released out to
Yeah, he's
CNN
another one.
because they got that kind of
They had it.
information on all of them niggas, man.
They had it already.
They got it on all of them niggas. They got worse than that on
They
them
call
niggas.
it compromat. It's a Russian word called compromat.
Yeah.
It's funny, they're doing all this wickedness, but they always film it. Like,
It's basically information
Right.
that they have to blackmail you.
Man,
Yeah.
edited it all.
That's what they
together,
have.
real
They
quick.
have information to blackmail you. They call it
he
compromat.
likes to watch
It's a
it back,
Russian
that's why he
word.
recorded it.
It was a hotel thing.
Yeah, and that
Go
goes
to
back.
a
It was
whole-
2016. So how much other footage have they got?
There's one other
And
video
apparently
of,
he paid 50,000 to the hotel to get rid of the footage, but they didn't get rid of it.
There's another video of Cassie allegedly under some towel, and he
Yeah,
shouted over
that was the first one they released.
under like a blanket. She's
Yeah,
hiding
yeah,
under
yeah,
a blanket,
That was the
and
old
he's
one.
like,
that
"Yo,
was the
bitch."
old one they released.
Hey,
But
that's
he's
the
been-
cost
yeah.
of fame.
Yeah, man.
You know?
He sounds like the Joker in that. It's fitting that he did the fucking the Joker scene in Halloween as well. Like,
Cost of fame, man.
I got this motherfucking shot. Jude verse 3, beloved, when I gave all diligence to write unto you of the common salvation, it was needful for me to write unto you and exhort you that you should earnestly contend for the faith which was once delivered unto the saints. For there are certain men crept in unawares who were before of old ordained to this condemnation, ungodly men, turning the grace of our Lord Yahweh Shai into lasciviousness.
Yeah, so you got guys that are feigning the word of the Lord, man. They had it in the time of Yahweh Shai. You know, even at the time that book was written, the book of Jude, where the apostle, elder Yashawamba talks about the book of Jude, talks about the apostates and all of that, the apostasy. You know, there's the guys that are not truly, you know, for Yahweh Shai, man. Even in the book of Philippians, it says that there's men that are enemies of the cross of the Lord, man. You know, and Paul was speaking about those men. It's been around, man, and even in this time that we're in right now, you're gonna find out that a lot of guys like your Sakaris, your Nates, and all these guys, different guys, they're really spies for and enemies.
And that's why they're changing up the doctrine and bringing all this confusion. They're bringing in hell doctrine and all kind of foolishness into the truth and muddying the waters. But guess what? The scripture says, if it were possible, you'd deceive the elect, but the elect ain't going to be deceived.
Exactly.
They're going to come with all these goofy breakdowns out of nowhere. Like, it seems like every day it's another goofy. Then next man talking about Jacob is a black man with red hair. What kind of Tekken game you been playing, man? Where's the nation of so-called black men with red hair?
Or the 2/3 are not going to be destroyed in America. They're going to be destroyed in the land of Israel. You
Man,
know?
whatever, nigga, man. That's what man, but that's why we just gotta keep teaching, because the truth is gonna override all that foolishness, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got roll.
Yeah, you got roll.
Yeah.
That's why you got to hold on to this doctrine. If you want to speak.
Yeah, no, I said the scripture in 2 Peter chapter 2, verse 1. But there were false prophets also among the people, even as there shall be false teachers among you.
Yeah,
right?
so false people, man. You know, go ahead.
Because like, even amongst our camps, we've had plenty of people that have brought in wicked doctrines, man, and then they splintered off, made their own thing, and guess what? It ain't doing too good, man.
Yeah.
They ain't right in the mind no more. They're
caught out there.
They lost the marbles are gone.
They get caught.
You know, because they were meant to be brought into this thing, just to be an example to those others that the path not to follow. You know, it says who privily shall bring in damnable heresies, even denying the Lord that brought them, and bring upon themselves swift destruction. Because these guys that have been, they're bringing these wicked doctrines, they could be destroyed at the end.
Yep.
You know, they're gonna be destroyed at the end of the day, man. And we're already warning you so you don't follow that same path.
That's it.
That's why we have a position to rebuke, to correct.
And we have the set examples as well.
That's
like the apostles and elders. They're the set example, and it says to follow your leaders and don't stray away from them, man. The ones that you've been taught from. That's why it talks
Knowing
about
who you learned of.
Know who you learned from. There's only one doctrine, one truth, one faith, one baptism.
Right.
You got many guys that are going to come in these last days with their wayward doctrines, their false, their damnable heresies. That's going to lead a lot of people down the road of perdition, basically, death and destruction. Like if you're believing MOT to the B is not the mark, the RFID hip, you're going down the wrong path, man. You're going down that wide gate. You're not on the straight and narrow, man. We're on the straight and narrow. We're trying to stay in that position. It's a hard walk, but through the spirit and power, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, having faith, we're going to endure to the end, man. Stay in that path. But you got a lot of guys that's not going to stay in that path, man, because they follow every wind of doctrine, basically. And then you got a lot of what's it called? Cheerleaders in this truth as well. A lot of guys that come into this thing just looking for entertainment. When this thing's not about entertainment, this is deadly serious, man. This is about truth and salvation, basically, man. Life and death, man. Go ahead.
The Lord warned that this would happen when he was around Matthew 24th chapter. He spoke to the disciples and said that there will come many false prophets, man. And they will come in various forms, like your Christians, even Jacob monks, like the circumcision.
He's trying to run him over.
Demons, man.
Demons.
That's why the Lord said in Ezekiel the 9th chapter, man, that ultimately the death angels will start at the house of Israel, and the house of Israel first, and it tells you that they started before the ancients that were before the temple of the Lord, man. Because the Lord knows that amongst His people, especially Jake, that actually know the, it's like worse the devil that actually knows what the truth is, and then like an ignorant devil that's just ignorant. But someone that actually knows what the actual truth is and is trying to wane you off it is the worst kind, man.
Yep. Real quick, this is Luke 12 from 47.
Yeah,
Right? It says, and that servant which knew his Lord's will and prepared not himself, neither did according to his will, shall be beaten with many stripes. But he that knew not and did commit things worthy of stripes shall be beaten with few stripes. For unto whomsoever much is given, of him shall much be required.
Right. So there's guys in you know, not in this truth, but that are ignorant to, you know, the will of the Lord, these scriptures. They're ignorant to the scriptures, right? But there's those that have come under the tutelage of our elders and apostles that have been shown the right way, and yet decide that they want to do things differently. But they're not preparing themselves in the right manner. Like just IUIC, for example, Jacob's trouble is not going to occur. You're not preparing yourself then, innit?
Hell doctrine.
When the RFID comes now, you're not going to know whether to take it or not take it. Because they're not giving you nothing straight. They'll say, well, I won't take it. But they're not saying you shouldn't take it.
They're not telling you the truth.
They're not canceling, they're not ruling it out because they're not being really guided by, you know, men that are under the Lord.
Because when you come into this truth, you're supposed to eat the whole roll, eat the sweet and the bitter. Part of the bitter is knowing all the bad things of the scriptures are going to come to pass. Jacob's trouble, the RFID, C-hip, mark of the beast, all these things. You know, the missiles. You got to tell Jake these things. The Lord said, eat the whole roll and go out and teach Israel. He didn't say eat half the roll and tell them half truths. You can't do that, man. That means you're not a true prophet, man. You're feigning the word of the Lord.
You say freely receive, freely give.
Freely, yes.
You know, but there's been times where you can't even get what you need to know. Even if you pay for it, you're not getting it. Nate said you pay for things over in the past. You're still not getting 100%.
Still not getting a full breakdown.
You know?
So that's how you got to be careful, man. Like, this truth is so, you know, precious, man.
We don't hide anything, man. Even if it's unpopular.
We
don't hide it.
This is not about us.
It's just the truth.
It's not about us.
That's it.
We're just messengers. We're just vessels. We've been sent to send a message. That's why they call the apostles sent away. You know, they've been sent away to give a message. That's what we're doing.
It's good to say, blessed to see that is not offended in me. So if you get offended, it's just the spirit's not dealing with you, man. Because you're what's that? Opposite, contrary to what the spirit is, man. That's what it is. That's what it's showing. And so we ain't really gonna be bothered with you, because if that's the spirit Lord got you, that's what it is. We ain't not gonna lose sleep over that. You know, we're only here for the elect. You know, but it's just to show a point. We blatantly break down things in the scriptures that are there to be seen, but you guys don't want to accept it, man.
Yeah, because you're emotional.
That's
you can't be emotional in this thing, man. You got to take yourself out of it. Put your ego aside and just deal with what the scriptures are saying, man. Because at the end of the day, these words stand the test of time and they're faithful and true. It's not about us, man. You know, and that's what these guys don't seem to understand. They want to make it about themselves.
They want to become these characters,
self-righteous,
man.
overzealous.
You know,
be self-righteous, seen as this benevolent teacher. When really you're just like the next man. You know, you ain't nothing special about you, man.
Can I grab this real quick?
Go
It's just on the point that Brother just made. It's Romans 16 and 17. Right, it says, now I beseech you, brethren, mark them which cause divisions and offences, contrary to the doctrine which ye have learned, and
contrary to the doctrine.
So the Lord said, Scopeo, look around, because you're going to see that, you're going to find out that not every guy with bordered the fringes and blue, and you know, and a garment on it is not really a true man of the Lord. He's not coming in His name.
And then warn your brother as well.
Warn them, man.
Be mindful of that guy.
That guy is a serpent, man. He's a scorpion. He's a false leader. And we got to tell. We ain't out here hating. We just warning our people.
And this is the thing. It's something that happened back then. A lot. Right. And so it's no surprise that it's here today in the same kind of way.
That's it.
You know, the scriptures mentioned about the Nicolaitans and all that kind of stuff. People wanting to bring in their own versions of what they think the truth should be. But it's not down to any of us to change the truth, right? I think it's to simply follow what we've been instructed to do.
Hold fast until I come.
You know,
hold fast until
we're not here to make it beneficial to us or make it better for us or convenient for us. We're not here to do any of that stuff. You know, we don't. This is not like I was impossible to say. It's not a social club, man. You know, these men want to make parties. They want to do fashion shows. They want to make movies. They want to make rap videos. Where's all this?
Worldly shit.
You know, this is not what we're here to be doing. You know, but just because it appeals to some people and it, you know, brings people in, that's the reason why you're doing it, because it brings extra people in.
which is what
Success.
bringing in money.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Church.
More people,
Yeah.
more money.
You know,
Yeah. The Lord said in Exodus 23, follow not a multitude to do evil, man.
That's
it,
why it
you
says the love of money is the root of all evil. Once Jake see that there's an
Money's
opportunity to
coming in.
make money and they never had money in the world,
know?
that's it, man. You know,
Lose
all
their
bets
minds.
is off. They lose their minds, man.
That's it.
Just run wild with it. Then they start teaching all kinds of shit. Mermaids exist. All this kind of shit, man.
Because he likes the idea mermaids
You know
exist.
what I'm saying?
There's no scriptural backing
Yeah,
for
no
it, but they
scripture
like
in
the
there.
idea.
But they're gonna
You
start
know.
talking about unicorns exist, all this shit.
Flat Earth.
You know, Pegasus is there.
Was it the planets of angels?
Yeah. Madness.
Remember that one?
Then your congregation is just turning into
That
went
was,
from
uh,
your congregation went from this.
GNCC.
The congregation went from this
Planets of
one
angels.
person to this. You know what I'm saying? Then you got this. Then you got a mega church. You ain't gonna let that go.
But that's it, man.
Continue teaching lies.
But like before, like a little leaven of the whole lump. If you're
Mm-hmm.
not teaching the complete truth, it's gonna end up like this.
Yeah.
It's gonna end up wayward and weird things coming in, and that's why we're hearing more and more bugged out doctrines, man. More
Every
than I
week,
ever
man.
thought I'd ever hear. You know?
Right. It used to be back in the day about every other 6 months to a year,
Yeah.
you hear about
but,
someone bugging out, teaching some madness.
you know,
They-
might be something
recently
with
it's just
Gentiles
every
or
other
something
week.
like that. But
Yeah.
now it's just going weird,
Every
man.
other
It's
month,
going
every
weird.
other week, like you're hearing some one body in Baal. They're going off.
Edomites are black and
Weefy
red
going
hair,
off.
like, you know.
These guys, Fopi going off. Like
Yeah, it's too much.
IUIC, IUCPK, they're usually going off anyway. They're the ones that are mainly getting rebuked.
But the Lord has
Especially
sifted them out.
IUIC.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the Lord has sifted
Basically,
them
the
out.
Lord's exposing these guys. Because like it says in
Very
Malachi 3:18, the Lord says he's going to separate the ones that are serving him and the ones that are
Right.
serving him not, man.
Yeah. Precept.
That's why these guys are getting the light shone on them, man. It's not us. It's the Yahweh Shai shining the light on these niggas, man.
Revelations 22 and 18. For I testify unto every man that heareth the words of the prophecy of this book. If any man shall add unto these things, Yahweh shall add unto him the plagues that are written in this book. And if any man shall take away from the words of this book of this prophecy,
So where's the black Edomite with red hair?
Yeah.
Where is that?
That's adding, man. You know? It's added.
crazy.
And that's why the Lord said, if they let him that be filthy, let him be filthy still. Because at the end of the day, the only ones you're fooling is yourself. Because when the Lord comes, you're the one that's going to be reprimanded for the lies you've been taught. Everyone's going to be held accountable, man.
The scripture says the Lord shall send you strong delusion, man. That's what they've
Should
been
be
given,
like-
strong delusion,
Yeah.
right? And the seed and the deceiver are the Lords.
Mhm.
You know, so these guys are just examples, man. They're gonna be
Yeah,
destroyed
they-
at the end.
they- Examples.
You know, because
Everyone's
there
got a
has to
lot.
be a reward for the righteous,
Yeah.
Yeah,
for those
yeah.
that stood firm to the truth.
Yeah.
That's what it
everyone,
is.
everyone has a lot to play.
That's
Yeah.
it.
And if any man will take away from the words of this book, Yahweh shall of this book of this prophecy, Yahweh shall take away his part out of the book of life.
Because I'm sure Judas, he didn't want to be a false prophet, but the Lord made him to be in that position.
Yeah, because who wanted to be Judas?
Yeah, no one wants
Yeah,
to
even
be
Judas didn't want to
Judas.
play that role. He didn't really want to play that role.
He tried to return the silver.
the
as
Lord
well.
made
He
it,
got
yeah.
guilty.
But he had to,
And the Lord made it specifically chosen to be one of the 12.
which
'cause
shows
he
you there's no
already
free
knew-
will.
Yeah, there's no free will. He already knew that Judas was going to be the guy, that son of perdition.
Yeah.
He chose him to be that man of sin. So, not man of sin, but the one to
Son
betray
of
him,
perdition.
Yeah. basically. So it's not of a thing of our choosing. It's the Lord. Just like how the Lord chooses his elect, that's been
Yeah.
predestined from the beginning of time.
Yeah.
The Lord chose the 2/3 also, man.
That's right.
That's
Yeah.
they've been predestined for the
Yeah.
destruction.
Up to the
Throw
Lord.
away Israel.
But in the kingdom, they're going to come back in their right mind, because in the kingdom it says all Israel shall be saved.
Yeah.
So in the kingdom, we're going to all be all right. We're all going to be righteous. But for now, we got to play our positions, man.
Yeah.
That's
That's
the
why.
cold-hearted truth.
That's why even King David, after you went off, he feared the Lord and he prayed to the Lord, supplemented and say, Heavenly Father, take not thy Holy Spirit away from me, because he knew like ultimately it was down to the Lord whether he was going to turn a wicked path or if he'd be able to kind of bounce back from that.
Yeah, because as a man, you're not gonna know. You're not gonna know what the Most High has planned for you, because it's a plan,
Man's going to of the Lord.
and you won't know until you reach the end of that journey.
And he's seen Saul.
That's
as
why you
well,
have to.
like,
That's why you have to complete the course, like Paul
Yeah,
said.
yeah,
You know, because Paul was, let's say, wicked at the beginning.
yeah, exactly.
You know,
He was,
but
he
the
did
plan
his
for him
thing.
was that he was going to be righteous, man, and
Yeah.
he had to do a lot to make up for what he'd done.
Mhm.
That's why the Lord had him out there working hard, you know, going from place
Had
to
him
place,
blind, man.
yeah.
Man had to knock him off a horse.
you know,
Yeah.
and go through all those things, man, because he had a lot to, you know, make up for.
Yeah.
You know, but he's the plan of the Most High for him was for him to be part of the elect, one of the righteous.
Yeah, he's one of the top men of the Lord.
You know,
He wrote most of the New Testament, man.
Yeah.
Paul, the Apostle Paul, great man of wisdom and knowledge and understanding, man.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
he's one of the top men.
Right.
Look at his beginning. His name wasn't even Paul in the beginning; it was Saul.
Yeah.
But when he came into the righteous, when he came into the fold, the Lord changed him, made him a new lump.
Yeah.
He gave up all that. Even himself, he said that everything that he knew from before, he disregarded it. It was just done
Yeah.
to gain Yahweh
Yeah.
Shai.
And if I can add, that's what we had to do. We have to do
You
in
have
this
to give
thing.
up. Yeah,
We're to
sacrifice.
sacrifice, give up this
Romans
world,
12.
forget what we knew, because what we knew is foolishness with the Most High, man.
Yep.
That's why you go into someone may come up to the camp and we start going into certain things about the true biology, right, the true age of the earth and stuff like that. But because they're so ingrained still with this world, that if for them it's an affront, it's hard for
Yeah.
them to accept it.
We're giving the real science.
Yeah,
'Cause
exactly.
The word science just means knowledge.
Knowledge, yeah.
The real knowledge you're gonna get and understand is from the
Yeah.
Bible, man.
Yeah.
Not Esau's pseudoscience.
Yeah.
All that evolution and
Yeah,
all that madness, man.
BS, yeah.
You know, that's all lies, man. That's
Yeah.
all theories that haven't been proven and will never be
That's right.
proven.
That's it.
You know?
And that whole evolution thing, man, it's deep because like Esau's created an entire scientific history and BS
Yeah, well,
on
you got
a
niggas-
lie.
You still got niggas that believe the earth is flat.
Yeah.
That's how deceptive Esau's science can
Yeah.
be. You got actual people on the earth that think the world is fucking flat.
Yeah.
They're
Well,
that
well,
stupid.
It shows how much confusion there is in the world,
Yeah.
right? Because he's got all kinds of things going on, man.
Yeah.
You know, and no one knows what the hell to believe.
Yeah.
This
Scientology.
world is confused, man.
Yeah.
Scientology.
Yeah.
But that's that Sirach
Madness.
13:23 when a rich man speaketh, man.
Yeah.
But that's it, because I remember there's been times when so-called, I'm a professor at such and such university comes up, but because we're not wowed by that through the spirit and power of the Lord, because we're not wowed by these things, we ask them basic questions and then they get confounded.
See, being a professor, having a PhD, master's degree, all them degrees, right? Don't mean shit
Yeah.
when you're dealing with the scriptures.
Yeah,
Because you already have the wisdom of this
Yeah,
world.
yeah.
You don't have the wisdom of the scriptures.
That's
You
it.
know what you learn. You know Esau's doctrine. You know
Yeah,
Esau's
yeah,
doctrine.
yeah.
That's what you know,
Mm-hmm.
right? So you can prove in any other sphere that
Yeah.
Esau's doctrine it works,
Mm.
yeah. But when it comes to the scriptures, you don't know that.
Yeah.
You really don't know that.
But
Go ahead.
I was gonna say because the scriptures is ancient wisdom, and the ancient wisdom is just straightforward and simple. Whereas, like the modern day PhDs, it's modernized, twisted wisdom that's been taken basis of ancient wisdom,
and
and
it's
manipulate
incomplete wisdom.
Yeah.
Because they're always looking for answers for things.
And you know, it's the
It's-
ancient
it's-
wisdom. You go ahead.
No, what I say is it's likely to change from
Yeah,
generation to
yeah,
I was
yeah.
generation,
about
kind
to
of
say
thing.
the
because it
ancient
doesn't-
wisdom hasn't changed.
Yeah.
The doctrine of the Bible hasn't changed, man. Only thing that's changed is time and people.
Yeah.
But the truth has always been the way it is
That's
since
it.
the book of Genesis, man.
That's it.
Since the creation, the Lord's kept it where the truth has always been solid, man.
That's it.
There's peoples that always trying to manipulate and change
Yeah,
things.
yeah.
You know how they say try and make simple things complicated.
Yeah. But that's how you keep control. It's like the financial system. That's why everyone doesn't really know what money is, because it's so damn complex.
Yeah, when
so-
it's simple.
When it should be simple. You
Man,
read
man,
Genesis.
can't even file taxes. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It's not complicated.
Abraham wasn't
Exactly.
You know, Abraham had
Exactly.
he was rich because he had cattle, he had gold, he
Yeah.
had resources that came from
Yeah.
the earth.
Yeah.
And that's what makes you rich. And Esau knows that.
Yeah.
The wicked elite, the bankers, they know that. That's why he said, "Give me any that rock." Maya,
I'm sure.
I'm sure said, "Give me any rare
Oh,
over,
give me control.
over the money."
Nation's
Yeah.
money.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
care
care
no,
who makes
who
the
makes
laws.
Yeah.
Because they know what real money is. They real know
That's
that real money is. It was Maya Amshel, I think was or one of the Rothschilds anyway. But he said because they know what real money is. They know real money is commodities, man.
Yeah.
Having human cattle,
Yeah. basically.
slavery, slaves.
Yeah.
They know that's real money.
Yeah.
Not this paper note back system and
Yeah.
these FRN notes. That's not real money.
Yeah.
That's monopoly money.
Yeah.
And they know that. That's why they're constantly printing that shit to keep people thinking that's real money.
Mm-hmm.
Nathan
It's
Rothschild.
Nathan Rothschild. Yeah, one of the Rothschilds said that.
Apparently that's a conspiracy theory, apparently.
Yeah.
Apparently he
but-
never
but-
said that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But look at the world, though. But look at the
Because they
world.
ran the banking
Yeah.
industry.
that's what
Exactly.
My own show's but sons
That's
ran the whole
an-
banking
to say that
industry.
is anti-Semitic, bro.
Yeah,
Ah.
no, that's why I
That's
tried
what he's
to.
saying,
That's why I
yeah,
tried
bro.
to half say the name and not say the full, just
Uh-huh.
in case to try to come in and really
Yeah.
say, and he sent me this, and he sent me that. But that the Rothschild family, they knew what real money was.
Yeah.
Man. That's why they was able to manipulate and work their way through, even owning kings like King
Mhm.
George III.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
Rothschilds owned King George III. He was the king of England. But why was he owned? Because he was in debt,
Yeah.
indebted to the bankers, man, because of them loans.
Game of Thrones showed you that. They were like, look, man, we're the money, man. We decide. If you want to go
the
to
bankers,
war,
the benchmen.
exactly. If you want to go to war, we give you the money. If you
Yeah.
can't get the money for the war, guess what? You get invaded, man.
That's it. Napoleon, the same thing.
No, you're
Who
right.
made the-
Maya Amshel.
In
sorry,
my
it's
I'm
like
sure,
it.
yeah, because I saw it the other day.
yeah.
Even Napoleon, how did he become the guy that the Rothschilds, man?
Built him up.
They built him up, man.
just like they build everybody else up.
They've been
The-
around for
the
centuries,
Bezos,
man.
the Bezos of this world,
Yeah.
and
You know what I'm
they all
saying?
built up, man, giving power, giving control over
Yeah.
these corporations that are sucking the planet dry. you
That's
know?
why they're so powerful, man.
Yeah.
And the only one that can stop them is really Yahweh Shai, because
yeah.
no corporation or no other organization can stop them, because they've been around for fucking hundreds of years, since
Yeah.
the 1700s.
But that's why the scripture says that they think they're as gods, because the Most High does that.
Yeah.
Most High sets someone up.
Mhm.
Most High makes someone rich. It says so it's not until the Most High all of a sudden to make a man rich. The Rothschilds, they want to be able to have that power and being able to control whether someone a company becomes successful or not. You know.
We read
So
it last
God
week
has
anyway. They're proud, they're lofty, they
Mhm.
pass their subjects on to their babes.
Yeah.
Oh no, someone get that in Psalm 17 real quick. Psalm 17 and 14, read from 14 and 15. Because that's what it is. They're proud, they're lofty, they speak wickedly concerning oppression, because they're in a seat of power, man. So they don't see the opposite side of the people suffering, because they've never had to suffer. But in the kingdom to come, Esau's going to be the new niggas, man. They're going to be the ones on the bottom of society suffering, man, catching hell.
Yeah,
They're going to know what slavery is all about. They're going to know what the word oppression is really all about. Having to, fight for, the crumbs that you get.
Yeah,
and all
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Esau's going to find that out. These so-called white people that are on top right now, they're going to be the bottom in the society of the Lord's kingdom, man, the kingdom of heaven.
Yeah.
That's why Lazarus and the rich man, that parable is so pertinent, man, to what the times that we're coming into.
That's right.
Because the rich man's about to go into his hell. And then no one's going to come to comfort him either. No one's going to comfort this devil, man. No one's going to come to his aid. No one's going to come to his to help him, to suffice him and all that, make it feel better for him in slavery. He's just going to be catching untimely hell for 1,000 years until the Lord gets rid of his ass, man, and he gets exterminated. And that's going to be his penance for all the wickedness that he's done on the earth to the Lord's chosen people. If you got Psalms 14 and 17 and 14 real quick.
This is Psalm 17:14.
Points in 15, but yeah, go ahead.
From men which are thy hand, I'll read in
Yeah,
from
read
13.
it to it.
It says, arise, O Yahweh, disappoint him, cast him down.
The
deliver
Lord's
my-"
about to cast the devil down. The devil's talking about Esau, Edom, these so-called white people. Go ahead.
Yep. Deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword.
The Lord said that the wicked, the seed of the wicked, is thy sword, which is talking about Esau, Edom. On the left-hand side, that's why in these last days, the Lord's going to let Esau let it rip, basically, on the 2/3, man. The rebellious of our people. Because Esau, Edom has an infinity, a perpetual hatred for the tribes, man. And what more of a better chance for him to get back at us than for the Lord to give him make him the slayer and give him the blessing of the sword to use it upon our people, man.
Yeah.
He's like the whooping stick of our people, basically. That's why we ended up in them cargo slave ships in the first place, man. The Lord said he was going to bring an enemy from far that we didn't know. We didn't understand his language. He's going to move swift as an eagle, and he's going to destroy us, man. That was the Edomites, man. That was them. They took us down, man.
Yeah. It was divine intervention because Esau's
Exactly.
weak, man.
They call it manifest destiny.
So for all the captivities we was in, we knew we were Israelites.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
We went back now and again, kind of thing. We always knew. But since Esau got hold of us,
Totally
man, everything's been destroyed, man.
Totally. They stole our identity.
Yeah.
They said they're us.
And then and now people believe that.
You know what I'm saying?
You know?
They said they're us and said we was just monkeys swinging on trees eating bananas in Africa, man.
Africa, yeah. Which is only partly true because he got us from Africa. That was where he got us from, but that's not where we originated from.
Yeah.
That's the part he always leaves out.
Yeah.
Or he feigns not to know.
Yeah, because when he makes it seem like that's the beginning of Jake history.
Yeah.
He was in Africa, then it's slave.
But it's like Esau when he comes
That's
over
all,
to the New World, America, or we found it. No, there's people here.
Yeah. It's already discovered.
If Esau never saw it, or wasn't involved in it, it didn't exist until he got there, or he did something,
Yeah.
But the fact is, we never originated in Africa. We've been there for a long time before he came, back 1,000 years or something like that.
1,000
He was
years.
in the west coast of Africa and so on,
Yeah.
right? But prior to that, he was in Jerusalem. He was in the land of Israel.
It was a beginning.
You know?
There's always been a beginning. But read that one.
It says, from men which are thy hand, O Yahweh, from men of the world which have their portion in this life, and whose belly thou fillest with thy hid treasure.
Yeah, they're the rich of the world right now. They own everything. They own all these industries, so on and so forth. Go ahead.
Yep, it says, so in whose bellies thou fillest with thy hid treasures, they are full of children, and leave the rest of their substance to their babes.
Yeah, so they pass on their legacy. That's why they talk about the Rothschilds. They call themselves the dynasty because they pass on their substance to their babes. They've been doing that since the 1700s, man. Started out with his 5 sons. Now look at them, man.
Yeah, it's just not an open dynasty.
Yeah.
You know, like in China, had the dynasties. Everyone
Yeah,
knew
yeah.
who was
The
who.
Mings and
But these
Sings
man, they
and-
rule from the darkness.
Yeah,
They don't
yeah.
want you to know because they can get on with their sneaky shit behind closed doors.
Yeah.
That's why all these Bilderberg meetings, it's all behind closed doors. You don't know what they're talking about, really.
Yeah, all these top corporations, whether it be
You find out
Rockefellers,
when they're doing it to you. You know.
Yeah.
That's when you know.
all these top corporations, most of them they're behind most of these corporations, man.
That's it.
Even if they don't have their name on it, certain symbols or whatever, you know it's them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so when you look into
Everything's owned by BlackRock.
exactly, yeah,
Yeah.
the investors, man, and then
Fucking
investors. What would you call it? 'Cause I see it at my company now because there's a board now, right? And then before we'd be like, yeah, we're gonna do X, Y, and Z, but it's like, no, we gotta get signed off from the
Yeah,
board.
yeah.
If the
Take
board,
that-
yeah,
Agree.
They come
exactly.
from upstairs first.
exactly. And so if BlackRock is the board of all of these different companies,
Exactly.
then yeah, exactly. Who's really setting
Exactly.
the rules?
And that's how you know it's all about just money for them because obviously the board don't want to lose no money, so it has
Yeah.
to make them money. If
Yeah,
it
yeah.
doesn't, if it's risky, they don't want to do it.
Yeah.
You know. And so this whole world is really being run
Oh.
by Esau's financial system, really, you know, and the money that he makes.
And to back you, that's why, for instance,
It's not ethical.
yeah. So what happens, right? If BlackRock, oh, let's say I don't know if they do. Let's say BlackRock owns ExxonMobil, Shell, and them, man. But then like another or one of BlackRock's companies want to basically create something that loses those two companies' money. BlackRock are gonna say no.
Well, check this, yeah.
No, we can't do
You got Rothschild and Co., a family owned directly by the Rothschilds, a multinational private
Equity.
investor, an alternative assets investor, headquartered in Paris, France, London. It is a flagship of the Rothschild banking group, controlled by the British and French branches of the Rothschild family.
Yeah.
Rothschild's financial advisory division is well known to serve British nobility as well as the British royal family. Past chairman Robert the Rothschild was the personal finance advisor of Queen Elizabeth, meaning not finance advisor. He was telling her what
man.
to do, the direction the country was gonna go in.
And this is the thing, like there's so much things that Esau does, the programs he sets up, companies he builds, right? Like it might seem like, oh, they're trying to do good in the world, right? Because it costs money to do these things. You think they're just giving out free money to build this and build that, but that's not really what they're doing. Because there's a back end to all of that. There's a longer term goal over that, and only that is going to bring them more than what they're spending. Because they got more than hardcore shit anyway. It doesn't matter. This money they're spending, it doesn't mean shit to them, you know. But their agenda does matter to them.
Yeah, the agenda.
You know, and the smoke and mirrors, it does matter to them because they can get on with doing with their wickedness. You know, so they might set up a charity, yeah, great, isn't it? But they're trafficking, you know, they're trafficking children and shit. So, you know,
And the
for
thing
their
is-
sacrifices.
The thing is now, is having raw power over people. They actually want to be gods on the earth. So they just want to have power over actual people. That's why they're going to bring in this digital system. Man.
You even go into
I got something up to you as
it was founded in 1811. Predecessors, and then you notice as well, it's listed as a family business under Rothschild family control. Predecessors, N.M. Rothschild and Sons, and then realize it focuses on the sons as well. It's literally about the heritage of the sons because they understand the daughters don't really mean shit, man. Of course, you know they're part of the family also,
The
but
men
the
carry the seed,
heritage
innit? Esau
goes
was
through
like
the
that.
sons.
Yeah.
Like
Men carry the
total
legacy.
assets as of 2020, and this is just a portion of like their assets, 14.7 billion euros. Net income 309 million, which is on whatever they choose to disclose. It's going on. So you got something as well.
Yeah, so I was talking about which if you've got when these large investment companies have control of these different things, they get to control what works. So this is an example of that, right? It says the Tesla turbine, not bloody Elon Musk, but Nikola Tesla. It says created an engine design nearly 100. It's from was it greenoptimistic.com. It says that is as much as 3 or 4 times more efficient than the combustion engine design that has dominated. And long story short, why did that one not run? Because
There are companies.
because it would cost the oil barons money. So there is a better engine that could be used,
Mhm.
but it would cost shelling them man money.
That's called conflict of interest.
Exactly.
You know, and so what do? They buy it out, much like Man City were doing when they first got the oil money.
Yeah.
They bought all the best players in the world pretty much.
Yeah.
No one else can get none.
Exactly. That's it. This is what I'm saying.
But
bro.
that's it. You
Selfish.
buy something, take it off the shelf because no
Yeah.
one else can use it because it's patented,
Yeah.
right? It doesn't come out. You just
See?
store it back in the vault.
Yeah, man.
You know,
Bullshit.
and then when they decide they want to use it, make money off it, they will. But they got another resource to expend first.
Yep.
Oh shit! I'm gonna turn the Premier League into the French League. Oh shit! Micah 2-1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds.
Yeah, these devils plan these things, man. They've been planning
Yeah.
the demise. Like you even had the letters of Albert Pike, the 3 letters of World War III, or what the letter of World War III written by Albert Pike. That's going back how many centuries, man? So they devise plans for, and then they eliminate them. Well, not eliminate them. Well, it is, yeah, eliminate them. You know, is it what eliminate? Execute them, Slakia. You know what I'm saying?
Because
They
is that
execute
not what's happening?
Yeah,
You know, it's an
So
old letter, but is it not happening? Is that not what's going
that's
on
exactly
today?
what's happening in the earth.
But again, that's
especially over
something
there in the
a
Middle East.
conspiracy. It's one of those ones, isn't it?
Yeah,
But it's
since,
happening.
since 9/11. Those things have been going into play. The Zionists and all these things, they've been putting their plans into initiation, man. And now it's coming nearly full circle.
Yeah, because
They're going to put the capstone on the top of the pyramid with the New World Order being this MOT to the B.
Because Esau's not going to war with these Buddhist nations or anything like that.
Nah,
It's these Muslim nations.
specific. He didn't go
You
to
know?
war with Chinese.
Yeah.
Or none of that. He's specific. He chose the Arabs because that was part of their the
The
plan.
whole tea thing, it was always focused on them, man. You know, and so they've been bombing the shit out of them for how many years now?
And now they're fighting with the palette and the same Arabs.
Now Israel's involved, you know, all this, and now it's gonna come to a head and bring the whole world into war.
World War III.
That they had.
The Christians and the Muslims. That's exactly what the fight is supposed to look like or be. You know.
So this is how it's all playing out, and it also goes into the prophecy because the scriptures talk about a third woe coming quickly, man. That's right. So where everything's lining up, the wicked elite, what they're doing, the council of the wicked, like it tells you in Psalm 64.
Yeah.
You know, the Lord warned us of these people, man. They're called the Luciferians. They're so-called enlightened ones, holders of the light, but really they're the princes of darkness. We know that because we're the real children of light, but the children of this world are wiser than the children of light, as it says, which is Esau and Edom right now. The children of light is Israel, but 2/3 of our people are out of their fucking minds.
Yep.
They want to stay niggas. They don't want to get right. They don't want to repent. They don't want to be the nobles like the brother Elder was talking about earlier about us being nobilities and regal and all that. You know, have something to look up to, a standard to look up to.
Yep.
Like in the scriptures, we got many men to look up to, but Jake don't understand that those people look like us. They think that those people were white people.
Yep.
So Jake don't have no standard of nobility to look up to really. They think everyone else that was some type of standard or whatever, so-called white. They think the Lord's a so-called white man, the disciples were white.
But they're nothing but thieves.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's what they're known to be, thieves, right? And so they hijack that, but it's not for them.
Yeah.
You know?
And they don't understand we're the greatest people on the earth, not just in music and entertainment, man.
The Lord that
We're
made us
literally
special.
the greatest nation on the face of the earth. In everything we do. It's proven by all the inventions, even the entertainment world, all that shit. Anything we put our hand to, we surpass, man.
And these nations, they envy Jake, man. As much as we're all fucked up and shit, they envy the ability, the talent that we possess.
Which is why they systematically keep us.
Yeah,
Because
they hate him.
with a confederate against thee.
Yeah.
Right. And what's going to always say, because I experience it a lot at the job. I'm sure you've seen it, brothers have experienced it as well, where it's like, you just go in there and you're basically showing the spark. That's the thing. Jake has spark,
Of course,
man.
the hate you,
Innovators. We're
Innovators.
man.
And then here it is. He will make something.
Shut your shit down.
It's so difficult. This, that, and the
Bro,
other.
Don't get me started. on that.
Yeah, but in the spirit, right? Jake is in. Oh, why don't you just do it like this?
Yeah.
No, that's the wrong way to do it because X. And then 2 months later, they do it the way you
Bro,
said.
Yeah, man.
Don't get me started, man. Man sued, bro. Bro, that man said, no, man, we can't do this because it's too complicated. A year later, they ended the 50 jobs based on what man said. Bro, it's deep.
You don't get no credit for it.
You don't get no credit.
Receive no
That's it.
wisdom of Solomon.
Yeah, they made
No
no
account
account
for
of
our
our neighbors.
neighbors.
Yeah.
You know, because we're not in our strength right now. Anyway, we're in captivity.
Exactly.
So we're at the bottom, man. So no matter what we do, even if we're the innovators, we ain't gonna receive no credit. We shouldn't look for none anyway.
Exactly.
This isn't our
Yeah,
society.
credit from our enemies. That don't mean anything.
Yeah, man.
But and to back you as well, what with Esau and constantly pushing out this negative image of Jake. All these heathen think that we don't do anything, that we can't amount to
We're
anything.
all lazy
We're
and
all-
stupid.
yeah.
And,
So that when you do say something, they're like, "No, this is a stupid person speaking. Like, why am I?"
and that's the thing. Whenever
Yeah,
like a Jake, you know, so-called dark-skinned person does anything and is already know it and it gets publicized or whatever, they're like, oh wow.
Mhm.
But it shouldn't be a shocking thing to see.
Bro, there
Because
was
as we mentioned earlier, there's tons of Jake with ability and talent to do things, man.
is on that same point. Someone get Jeremiah 51. Is it 51 and 20?
I got it.
Okay.
Oh, you
He's
got it. You got it. Yeah, the other day, I saw a video and a guy said he made water come out of clean air.
Yeah.
He actually created a machine that creates water from
America.
fresh air, bro. Obviously, everything's from the waters anyway. We
Yeah.
know we live in the waters, so you can make solids.
It's the elements, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the elements. So
taking
he made,
elements
but
apart,
it was
innit?
like a miracle. Like
Yeah,
people
yeah.
thinking, you make water out of thin air like it's rain or whatever. But he actually did that, fresh water, and he said he was feeding people. You know, Esau find that out, he gonna shut that shit down.
Yeah.
'Cause he ain't got his money. He ain't put a bank note on
he's
that.
not, yeah.
He ain't got his cut.
Or he's coming to look to buy you know,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
or something.
There's
'cause you
other
can't do it by
videos as well. I
yourself.
see in West
Yeah.
Africa, Jake's in the you know the you know like you got the dump sites and that. You know, Jake finds shit,
Yeah,
create
build
start,
things, yeah.
start making mechanical things and all that stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
He created certain devices that does certain things for electricity wise and all that. And then you put that shit on YouTube.
Man, are like Iron Man in the cave.
Yeah,
man. That's what he is, man.
You
Iron
start
Man in the
finding out
cave.
he's making these inventions, he's gonna come shut your shit
Yeah.
down, man.
Yeah, man.
Because if I can say though, this goes to show you just how demonic this world is. Because everyone knows that would happen. Everyone knows that will happen. Everyone genuinely knows. Someone says, "Oh," and they'll make jokes about they're putting the meme. "Oh, we got to protect this man at all costs."
Yeah, they do that.
Why? Because they know Esau's gonna kill
Esau
him.
gonna kill him, man, and take his invention. Because especially like the Tesla thing.
Mm-hmm.
They took Tesla's thing and now look,
Yeah,
Elon Musk
yeah.
creating cars that, you know, fucking trap you in there and
Yeah,
burn you
man.
alive, man.
Oh man.
He stole man's whole invention and, you know, he's
Yeah, and
totally
his
running
name.
into the name.
It's-
He's running
yeah.
into the fucking ground.
Because when people think of Tesla now, they think of this Elon Musk
Yeah,
guy.
this guy, when he's not the
Yeah,
original.
he ain't the original Tesla,
free
man.
energy, man.
Yeah, Nikola Tesla, man.
We'll be living
Serbian,
a- we'll-
Jake.
All that cost of living wouldn't
Yeah.
even exist right now.
Exactly.
Imagine
That's it. That's it.
if
innit?
Tesla's
Madness.
thing was running, all that cost of living thing,
Yeah,
that would start riots because there wouldn't be no cost of living.
yeah.
Because that we would have free energy.
But then how would you oppress?
Yeah,
Exactly.
How would you oppress?
Exactly.
How would you oppress? Exactly.
How would you
Esau,
oppress?
that's why Esau got rid of it. It's like, we can't let this guy give man free energy.
You got
How
to
we gonna
control.
make
We
our
have to
money?
control them.
Yeah.
man.
How we gonna cut off the switch? You know? Go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
Jeremiah 51 and
What's the time
19.
on there?
The portion,
Come on, then.
Yeah.
It will be around 3 hours.
the portion of Jacob is not
250.
like them, for he
About
is
10
the
minutes.
former of all things, and Israel is the Lord of his inheritance.
Yeah, Jacob was the former of all things, man. Israel is the lot of his inheritance. That's why we're the original innovators of anything good in the society or anything that was made in the society. They say that men build the world and all that. Yeah, what men though? Just like the pyramids of Giza and all that. Who built those pyramids, man? Facing the east and all that. Specific, man. The science and all the maths was so specific to the constellations and facing the east. Who built the pyramids, man? The Giza. It was Jake's, man.
Who was known in the scriptures for being able to tell from the stars about time. and
Exactly. He was
stuff.
Issachar.
Yeah.
I think Manasseh as well, one of the tribes.
Right.
Reading the stars and constellations.
Well,
and the Book of
Abraham brought
Chronicles.
mathematics to
Yep,
the
yep.
came like the
Abraham was in Egypt.
Yep.
We've always been travailing to Egypt, man. Even before and after, you know, before slavery, so to speak. You know, because the prophecy came to Abraham that we was going to go into slavery for 400 years. You know, and that's exactly what happened. But you know, we taught these nations the way they were, you know, the ethics and all. Even during the Dark Ages, we was ones who took Esau out of the caves and basically cleaned them up.
Well, this is what I was going to say, because I think that scripture speaks about the Most High, innit? The Most High is the beginning of knowledge, right?
Yeah.
And he bestowed it unto Jacob. It tells you that. So the Most High have given us the ways, the know-how to do certain things, man.
Mhm.
You know? And it's evident in the world, but, you know, Esau's always trying to
Yeah,
hold it
them
back.
out,
You know, he's trying to hold it back.
We're the greatest, man, and we're coming back to that. That's why we pushed the vibration of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai and the kingdom of heaven, because that puts us back on a higher level, man, a higher playing field. That kingly type, that slave mentality disappears when you come into this truth, man. You don't think yourself on a low self-esteem no more.
Yeah.
You think yourself on a, that's why you make mention of certain things you want to get into. You remember that, no, you're an Israelite, man. You're a prince of the power. What does the name Israel mean? He is a prince of the power. So that means you got a godly type of a godly spirit in you.
That's the highest title among men.
Yeah, so you can
Right.
do anything you put your mind to. You don't have to limit yourself.
Yeah.
As long
Yeah.
as it's righteous and it's not in
That's
Because a man that
wickedness,
has no ability knows he's of a great house, so he
Yeah.
carries himself a particular
Yeah.
way, right?
standards.
But we don't look at ourselves as anybody great.
That's why people are
Yeah.
fucked the way they are.
But we
Niggas
come from a
just
great
wanna-
house.
Yeah, niggas just want to be rappers and basketball. That's like obviously that's good things to aspire to be, but that's not the height of our intelligence, man. Just being
Yeah.
sports and entertainers. We're the
Singers and dancers.
we're the fucking authors and the top scientists of the earth, man.
Mhm.
We're
Yeah.
the top three of
Men of
nobility,
wisdom.
the true
philosophers and all that
nobility,
stuff. We're the top guys, man. We should be aspiring to be greater, man.
Yeah. But Esau pushes this idea on our people of being smart. There's a problem being
Yeah,
intelligent
you're a
and
geek or you're stupid.
Yeah.
for-
yeah, you're,
You're
this,
weak if
you're
you're
that.
smart.
Yeah.
Basically.
I remember I was told a story before. My little cousin, he can't mind you. This is, and it goes to show you when the scripture says the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. That's not a lie. Here it is. He's in a boarding school back in the country where I grew up in, right?
Zims and-
In Zim, right? He's in a boarding school in Zim. Yet when he's talking to me, he's talking like he's retarded, and I'm like, bro, you had to stay. You know them ones like,
Fix
bro, go
up,
back
man.
home.
Yeah.
I was like, bro, in this house we champion knowledge, man, right? And that's Israel, and we should be championing knowledge. But Esau has said that we should just like, yeah, what, like, I don't
Succumb to being
Yeah,
Negroes
just reprobates.
on the
not
road.
being able, not being
Yeah.
able to speak properly, cuz.
Just
All that
Negroes on
three
the road.
syllables,
It's
maximum,
just
yeah.
putting a persona.
To
innit?
sacrifice your knowledge
Yeah.
for being cool,
Yeah,
to being
Yes,
socially accepted. That's how Jake acts.
This is
today,
like J. Car, yeah.
you know. But that's not what we are, man. That's a
Yeah,
product of Esau's culture. The rap culture, and
Yeah, all
you know
that
these
bullshit.
these artists and shit, man.
Cuz.
Yeah.
yeah. Their number, the number one nigga, Tupac, was a ballerina, man.
Yeah,
Man,
Tupac was a demon. He
Man,
would have passed the goodbye.
I mean, he always looked soft anyway.
He was like before Tupac or what, even during that time, he was the one who brought in that fucking thuggism
Thug
and all
love.
that,
Yeah,
all that being stupid and being niggers, being wicked and all that. He was the one who was pushing that shit, man. And then niggas actually trying to, put this guy out there on the
Idolize him.
pedestal like he's a
Yeah.
prophet.
Yeah.
He's a demon,
No
man.
shit, man. Esau was Jake in 2016.
was set up to do what he was
singing
doing.
ghetto gospel.
Yeah,
He was set
man.
up to do what he did, man, and it worked out perfectly, man. Because look at the degeneracy of our people now. They still reverence that
Still
nigga
reverence
as well.
The Black Jesus, isn't it? Like,
Yeah, they
Yeah.
call him the Black Jesus. It's wickedness.
Yeah.
Basically, that's Barabbas, man.
Yeah, no, real,
It was talking about
They want
crucify
Tupac,
Yahushua.
man.
They want the
Yeah,
Tupac
yeah,
instead of
yeah,
wanting
yeah,
Barabbas.
yeah.
instead
They
of
don't want
Yahushua.
the Lord, they want the Tupac, man.
I wouldn't be surprised if that's Barabbas in the reincarnation.
you never know. Esau sold out a concert with Tupac's hologram, bro.
Yeah,
one
man.
time,
They
like,
proper reverence him like he's a god,
Yeah.
man.
yeah,
I'm sure if Tupac was alive now and Yahushua, they'll choose Tupac, man,
yeah. Bro,
because of the lyrics.
Oh,
well, it's
man.
scary. You know, like now these rappers of today have sunk to such a low. There's music videos with AI versions of dead rappers now that
Yeah,
are
of
like
course.
you got like dead rappers actually making music videos with AI of their dead
Yeah,
homies.
of course.
And so I wouldn't be surprised. Give it a year or two, they'll bring Tupac back, new
Oh,
songs.
They
and
already
Nipsey-
have with the holograms.
Yeah,
and all that.
have him and
Yeah,
Nipsey
yeah,
Hussle
yeah,
collaborating
yeah,
and
yeah.
that.
Oh,
Like,
Lord said
man.
forced messiahs.
Who
don't
did-
be
who did-
forced messiahs.
yeah.
He's just one of them forced messiahs. They actually, that's why the Lord gonna destroy two-thirds. They rather listen to Tupac
yeah.
than listen to Yahushua.
Well, yeah, they give them the titles of idols, isn't it? That's why the Lord's slaying them, man. A lot of the time, all of these artists as well, they get to a point where Jake started reverencing them more than the Lord, and then they just get taken out.
You had something, Kabosh.
Yeah, just on the point area.
We'll close up in a minute anyway.
Deuteronomy 7:6.
Mm.
Yeah, go on.
For thou art an old people
Yep.
unto Yahweh,
That's it. Go ahead.
thy power. Yahweh, thy power, has chosen thee to be a special people,
Yep.
and to himself above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
Yeah, man, and the Lord gave us the laws to set a standard between us and the other nations. There should be our wisdom in the sight of the other nations.
Yep.
So we're supposed to be like on a whole different playing field,
Mm.
a whole other level of knowledge, understanding, and wisdom, where the other nations are supposed to be like Queen Sheba was with King Solomon.
Mm.
Be in
Yeah,
awe
yeah,
of us,
yeah,
man.
Yeah, yeah,
And that we're gonna be like that in the kingdom, but for now, Jake's just gone. They're revolted and gone. The whole head is sick. Only the elect are gonna be retain that wisdom, man. That's the gift that the Lord's given us through faith. That we're gonna retain that wisdom, knowledge, and understanding that King Solomon had, where Queen Sheba was in awe of him. The nations are gonna be like
Well,
that once again.
I wish it was even going to surpass that.
No, it's gonna be surpassed
It's
that,
going
of
to
course.
surpass it because we're
I'm
going to.
saying we're gonna be on that
Yeah,
high
yeah.
standard, innit?
Yeah, that's right.
I was just saying an example.
yeah,
but
no,
we're
yeah,
gonna
what
be
you're
way
saying.
more than that. We're gonna
You
be gods.
this is the
We're
point
gonna be
now.
immortal, man.
We gonna know everything we need to know. We're gonna know, man, and we're gonna run and operate as well as it should be.
Yeah.
You know,
So
and
then-
that in itself is gonna make the nations be in awe.
From a tiny speckle of dust,
You
how
know?
that was created, we're gonna know everything, every science, every knowledge, wisdom, understanding in the world, from creation, every fabric of creation. We're gonna know everything about it in its entirety. We're not gonna be like, oh, we don't know fully and all that. We're gonna know everything, and we're not gonna be bugging out either.
Yeah, and
Because we're gonna be on that godly level, man.
Yeah, you know, we have to have the capacity to
Yeah, to
handle
retain it.
Yeah,
It's like in that movie, Crystal, the dog.
yeah,
And the bitch said, I want to know everything.
yeah,
And she was talking to the angel. We're supposed to be an angel, innit? We're supposed to be an alien.
Jolie.
Crystal Skull.
Yeah, no, do you know it's not? It's
Indiana Jones.
Indiana Jones.
Indiana
that's the
Jones
name,
and the Crystal
yeah.
Skull.
I was
When the
trying to
bitch
remember
goes
the
into the
name,
chariot, and she
Yeah.
says she wants to go
Know
talk to the angel. I
everything.
want to know everything. She looks in his eyes.
I think
And he starts revealing everything to her, innit? But he's trying to say like an alien, but really it's the angel, innit? And then she like, gets it, but she can't. It's your woman, innit? You can't retain it. She just blows up. The head explodes, man.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? You can't retain that kind. It's for the
That's
men,
why
though.
we've got to be changed.
Yeah. It's for the men.
Yeah.
And then they came to find out at the end of the movie that the riches that they was looking for in the Indiana Jones, so the riches, it was the wisdom. The chariot flies off.
Greatest of riches.
Yeah, that's the greatest.
Greatest,
riches.
yeah. Oh, that's
so they know the scriptures,
Proverbs.
man.
The fear of the Lord, that's part of wisdom.
So
That's all
Esau
part of the great
knows
riches.
that the real riches of this earth comes from this Bible. That's how he came to take over the whole
Quick one.
world. From this Bible, man. He knows the scriptures that these are the true words of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. This is how you rule the earth. But he's just ruling the earth in wickedness, man.
In the movie of Book of Eli as well. The
Book of Eli, yeah.
Yep.
What was they fighting for? He was fighting for the scriptures,
Yeah.
man. So if I have this book, we could control the people and all that. That's what he was saying. If I could just read the words, you know what I'm saying? That's what he was saying. Because the words are powerful, man.
That's right. Sharper than any two-edged sword.
That's it. We'll read the one or two and we'll close out.
Yeah, and what you just said, Proverbs 8:11, for wisdom is better than rubies, and all things that may be desired are not to be compared to it.
And that's how we're going to rule the earth in
Thousand
the kingdom
thousands.
come. We're going to have the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding in its entirety.
Yeah.
And then everything is going to follow after that. Everything's going to be in harmonious.
Yeah.
Synergy.
Yeah.
The earth's not going to, you're not going to see no pollution in the kingdom of heaven. You're not going to see no sewage and all these different things and all that. You know, even like the food's going to be clean, air's going to be clean, ain't going to be no chemtrails. None of this bad shit that we've seen on this side is going to be in the kingdom, man, because we're going to rule the world in pure utter righteousness, man. It's going to be total new vibration on the earth.
Perfect understanding.
Yeah, man.
And one, but in oneness.
Fairness,
You know?
yeah.
One with the Lord.
One with the Lord,
Yeah.
one with nature.
Yeah.
Because right now
Harm-
Esau's against
Because-
in harmony.
yeah,
That's
in
what
harmony.
it is.
Everything's going to be harmonious. The animals,
Harmonious
everything's going to be
agreement.
harmonious. Even the animals, says the scriptures, the animals are going to be one
Yeah.
in one mind.
Yeah.
They're not going to be out here, you know,
Oh,
killing
that's
each other like
Isaiah
mercilessly
11,
and
isn't
all that.
it? That's
Yeah,
Isaiah 11.
the animals are going to be chilling with each other. Little children, your child's
Yeah,
going to be
yeah,
able to
yeah,
chill
yeah.
with a
Yeah,
den of
serpent.
lions and
Yeah,
just be
serpent.
chilling with them, like say he's playing with a fucking little cat,
Yeah.
slap boxing and all that, just messing around.
Well, the fear of man's going to be upon them, you know.
Yeah.
Or fear of
Like
us at
Noah.
least.
Yeah.
You know, that's it. Gonna
No.
want to.
Right, come on.
Is Isaiah 2, verse 2. And it shall come to pass in the last days that the mountain of the Lord's house shall be established in the top of the mountains,
That's right.
and shall be exalted above the hills, and all nations shall flow unto it. And many people shall go and say, Come ye, and let us go up to the mountain of the Lord, to the house of the God of Jacob, and he will teach us of his ways.
So then we're going to be the top government, the city of gold. It's going to be in Jerusalem, city paved with gold, man, all kind of precious rubies, the 12 gates. That's going to be that the government hub. It's going to be Jerusalem, not like what it is now. That place has got to be cleansed first, man, with a nuclear fire.
And you're gonna follow after our understanding, man.
Everything.
You know, you're gonna do how we do things how we do them.
The clothing, everything's going to be that righteous, man.
Yeah.
It's going to be on point. There's going to be women are going to be covered. You know, even the heathen, the women are going to be covered. Ain't going to be no fucking no lawlessness and all that in our between us anyway.
Yeah.
The other heathens, they're going to be going off. That's why we're going to judge them and jack their asses up. But you know, it's going to be a total different vibe, man, on the earth.
Righteous vibration.
Yeah, man.
Because as gods, man, we're gonna be like little, mini most highs, man.
Yeah.
In righteousness, we're gonna know all things in righteousness and how to do things, man.
Mhm.
And so our word is law.
Yep.
Because it's the same as the Most High's word.
That's it.
You know, because as the scripture said, we will be as one, as me and my Father is one.
Yeah.
So we're all one and the same. We're just representatives here on earth. You know, so what we say is gonna go down, and you're gonna follow it to the T. And anyone that can't do that, doesn't do that, judgment.
No receive no rain.
I mean, you know, but that's it. And you know, like Yahweh Shai said, you know, there's my father beareth witness. We ain't gonna wait for nothing. We ain't gonna wait for judgment. No, we can bring judgment
Straight there. We're
because
the
we
judges.
know.
We're
Yeah,
the
because
judges.
we know what the judgment is. So we're gonna carry it out.
Yeah, because we're gonna have the laws in our inward.
That's it. You know,
That's true.
it says and he will teach us of his ways, and we will walk in his paths. Yeah, you
That's
will. Right? For out of Zion, out of Zion shall go forth the law and the word of the Lord from Jerusalem.
Yeah, so all the things that you're seeing now, all the alphabet people, all these T viruses running around, none of that's going to be in the kingdom, man. Because that's forbidden, man. That's outlawed in the scriptures. So that's not going to be proliferating. It's not going to be allowed. As soon as we see it, we're cutting it out. Yeah. As soon as we hear of it, it's getting cut out straight away.
We're going to be perfect examples of righteousness.
Burnt asunder, man.
That's it.
Any trying to, even though it's not going to happen, but queues or whatever, you're getting terminated on sight, man. As soon as you think of it, you're dead, man. You're in the grave, man.
So on what you were saying, like all of these ideologies, these wicked ideologies in this world, as soon as them nuclear missiles are fired, that ends here.
It's over.
That ends it. There ain't gonna be no feminism in the kingdom. There ain't gonna be no tea. No, all of these because it ain't gonna be no Christianity in the kingdom, no Islam in the kingdom.
No effeminate men.
No effeminate men. Men are gonna
inherit the kingdom. No effeminate, no lovers of their own selves, of mankind and all that. Abusers of mankind.
The scriptures are gonna be the law. They ain't gonna be right now.
Laws.
Right now you go to one place, even in England, in the United Kingdom.
So you come here, you go to Dubai, a different set of laws.
Exactly.
Whatever. There's gonna be one law. One law.
Yep.
Right? Everybody's gonna abide by it, man.
Yep.
You know.
Yep.
It's righteous.
You want to close out, innit?
Yeah. Did you have something there?
No.
Okay. With that, then we're gonna give all praise, honor, and glory to
Yahweh,
Yahweh, by
by
Shem
Shem
Yahweh Shai, by
Yahweh
Shem
Shem
Chakadash,
Chakadash.
about honors to the elders, the elders apostles of GMS, and Shalom, man, as the brothers, man. Shalom, man.
Shalom.
Shalom.